Meow.
Is that your cat?
Meow.
Those guys.
Meow.
Oh yeah.
It was funny that you just answered with silent. Is that your cat?
Meow. So, a couple of housekeeping items. I had another crack at turning off the turn alert, so let me know if that's still happening. Watching the previous episode, there are a couple of things that jumped out to me. Number one was that when jumping, there's no need to use the jump rules for jumping down. That was just me confusing myself. There was a Silvery Barbs issue. Silvery Barbs, I was incorrect. It just gives advantage to the next roll. It's not like you just have this advantage sitting there like a sort of inspiration that you can use when you choose. The loading property was an issue, and on the playback I was like, oh, Rain totally like explained that, but I just like couldn't hear him properly or something. So I did that wrong. Like even with multi-attack, that Orc war chief should only have been able to fire his crossbow once. Because the loading property restricts you to 1 shot per action regardless of how many attacks you have. The way that combat started was a little bit weird because like I was a bit confused about surprise and such, but I did some reading on surprise and I learned an interesting kind of way of thinking about it, which is just that basically if there's no stealth, like if nobody's doing a stealth check or trying to be stealthy, then there can be no surprise. That's like surprise is specifically related to people trying to sneak around. But arguably, like, starting a combat with people teleporting in like that, like, arguably that should have also been done in initiative, which is, like, kind of ridiculous, and I think, like, ultimately it has to come down to the DM just sort of deciding, like, when the, you know, like, when the cinematic ends and combat begins. I think there's kind of special circumstances like that. But yeah, I think that kind of ended up pretty well anyway. Also, I noticed several times where I cheated. I cheated at falling damage. I gave myself 2 little falling damage. Also, I rounded the long jump distance up rather than down. I kept thinking the torch condition was the fucking sunshine condition. But I did make up for it by doing like anti-cheating. I keep adding the like +1 to the magic missile damage, and I kept forgetting to take op attacks with the eagle when it was like swooping away, or taking op attacks against the eagle. So yeah, that was pretty much everything from the last session. And I thought that before we get going, we should deal with the loot situation because like we've had a couple of sessions now with like gold that hasn't been properly divvied up, or like some people have recorded it, some people haven't. I tried to like fit in as much of the loot as possible into people's inventories in the bag of holding, and now the bag of holding and all inventories are completely full.
Oh, interesting.
So there's potions of healing. There's 2 potions of healing and some water skins and lanterns in the bag of holding. I managed to squeeze in there. And I sort of spread some water skins among the party, and I gave several rations to Mahkah and Ethel and Jean Lemore. Ethel, you have a huge number of candles for some reason.
No, I was joking.
And there's 1 or 2 other minor things, but yeah, everyone's full, but you still have 829 rations. Minus, like, however you want to say however many you want to say that you gave to the turtles. And there's also...
The rations?
Yep.
Sorry, was that a +10 or ×10? Because it looked like a plus when I was watching it back on YouTube. So it would have been like 92 instead of 820 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was +10, not ×10.
You know, either way,
here?
I don't think we're going to carry
a lot of
800 rations with us. So.
Yeah,
Alina
so...
just sits down and starts eating rations.
I mean, that would definitely make sense. Either way, I imagine that like a fortress like that would have to have like a lot of rations. And yeah, there's no way that you're going to be able to take that many rations. But we, I mean, I'll just stick to like 829 rations. They have like a massive stockpile. There's a bunch of shit like buried in barrels that you can like dig up from under the under the kitchen. Like, I don't know. But you might want to like have a look at your inventories before we get going and see, and the bag of holding, and just see if you want to like take anything out and like fit any
Like
more.
maybe 270 of my 271 candles.
How much do they weigh?
I don't know. I don't know if you'd have enough candles if you only had 270 candles.
I'm definitely going
they
to.
weigh 27 pounds.
I'm definitely
That's
going
not
to.
that much for 270 candles.
I'm definitely going to do the money conversion to my highest possible at the moment, and then.
Oh yeah, that as well. Yeah,
Drop it down.
hit that currency button for sure. But yeah, so with the coinage, I didn't do anything with that because I was a bit confused about like who had already added what to their inventory. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But I have like the totals for the previous session and for the session before that, and I have like the totals of the 2 sessions as well if you want that. So let me know what you need.
Okay, I'm assuming no one added anything to mine for the time I wasn't here, so I need the totals for both.
So I didn't add any coinage to yours or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, so okay, so the so you just need the total from the last 2 sessions.
Yeah, because I purposefully didn't add any from last time because I was confused. So I was like, I'll just wait.
Okay, so the total was 18 platinum pieces, 258 gold pieces, 565 silver pieces, and 648 copper pieces. So that's the total from the last 2 sessions combined, and obviously not split 6 ways or 5 ways or however
What?
you
I
want to
don't
do
get 648 coppers by myself? This is ridiculous. I'm protesting.
it. You can have the coppers and everyone else can have the platinum and the gold.
Perfect. That's exactly what I meant. How many people are we splitting it between? Because are we doing Gennaro
I've got the
still?
breakups. I've got the breakdown if you want.
That would also be nice.
Yeah, just from the last session, I'll go 1 session at a time.
yeah.
It was 19 gold, 22 silver, and 75 copper. The one before that, at Executor's Camp, was 6 gold, 27 silver, and 18 copper.
Thank you.
And was that divided by 5 or 6?
I stick still.
Okay. I mean, I guess Gennaro is still with the group, and I did come up with the coinage based on 6 characters. But you can always have a discussion with Gennaro if you wish him to give you all of his coins. But there were also like 18 barrels of watery beer, 3 barrels of fresh water, 7 barrels of oil. So I don't know if anyone has any means of like, you wouldn't be able to carry the barrels, but you might be able to, like, if you have like vials or any, you could like empty out some of your water skins, whatever you want to do.
Whoa. Okay. So, okay. And, sorry, if I were to get rid of some of my current inventory, what are the items? Is it just rations and water that we cannot fit at the moment?
Okay, so the things, it's the rations, these barrels. I think it's pretty much just the rations and the stuff in these barrels, and then the coinage.
Okay.
So yeah, you're pretty much just making space for rations. There are things that are probably less important than rations.
My 17 herbs and spices beg to differ.
Yeah.
Hey, they have been useful so far.
Why do I have 4 rat traps? What's going on here? I'm sorry, I did not mean to. I don't know where they came from.
Yeah, that was from the sewer.
As soon as we entered that large room.
Yep.
Good
Good memory.
Yeah.
It's very funny to go through this because it just says thumb rope for tying your thumb to your belt, and I totally forgot about that.
We don't want to lose thumbs. Are you happy if I just add 2 flasks of oil and remove two water skins?
Yeah, go for it. That's fine.
I still have Mahkah's bedroll here in my inventory. Do you want that back?
Now's the time for you to carry it yourself, Mahkah.
Damn, free rent. Yeah, okay.
Well, I thought I remembered giving it back. I must just not have actually moved it. Okay.
No, you were about to, and then you were like, "Oh, I can hold on to it for now."
I just got really attached to it. Okay.
All right, I'll move that over. Where is it? Mahkah's bedroll. Okay. All right, you're no longer overburdened, Ethel.
Hell yeah. Mahkah's overburdened. Take your bedroll back now that it's not convenient for me.
Mahkah's skipping. He's
okay. You don't have 270 candles on you? Would you like some?
I just downed like 15 rations. Oh, sweet.
Give me a con save.
That was turtle meat. Oh, cannibal.
Can I trade
his own kind.
can I grab one ration, which I will trade for some stinky Sagouine jerky?
Oh yeah, so to change anything on your sheet, if you just go to that pencil icon on the far right and click that, then under the image you can just change the quantity there.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Oh yeah, sweet.
In case you need to. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, no, just go ahead and do it. That's fine.
Alright, even though I love the idea of being an absolute hoarder of candles, I'm gonna drop 170 candles.
But you're not going to be able to achieve what you wanted to achieve. Yeah, right, at the throne of candles.
You can make like a wax sculpture. So many candles. Like
I start sculpting a monument to the turtles in the middle of this encampment. A skill that no one knew that Ethel had, including herself.
It's to symbolize the freedom.
I feel like we could make like a cool distraction with candles and fireball. I don't know.
A big candle.
That we'd 1 hour setting up candles, and then we light them all at once. Don't worry, I still have 101 candles. I'm not giving them all away so easily.
And actually, Kensei, you're overburdened as well. You might be on mute, Rain, or I'm not sure. Might be AFK. Oh, he said be right back. My bad. He's so overburdened that he can't speak.
Crushed by your pack.
So is everyone good with that? Everyone's got like all their coins and everything? Because after we leave the total compound, you gotta stick with your rations as they are.
How many? Oh wait, we have like 800 rations left, right? So I can just pick up some.
You can just,
We've got good berries as well.
You can take as many rations as you can fit, really.
Oh, okay, perfect.
The thing is, I don't know if good berries... Wait, we've been through this before. Does it specify that it's like a day's...
it does.
Yeah, sweet.
For 24 hours.
I remembered, like, as I launched into that, I was like, wait a minute. Deja vu. Alright, cool. Alright. So, you've freed the turtles on the Cloakwood Peninsula from the Cold Man's turtle farm, and you head back the way you came. And you can remember some of the things that occurred during that combat. Alina transformed into Orc Alina and opened the back gate for them. For the turtles to escape. Ethel was left all alone with her pet rock, but eventually joined the party and killed a bunch of orcs with magic missile. And Kensei and Jean Lemore destroyed huge portions of the compound itself with fireball and shatter spells before spamming combos with the Cold Man and charming the orcs with the smell of apple pies. Ultimately, Alina shot an arrow up the chieftain's asshole, and her sister blew him up from the inside by targeting the arrow shaft from the other side with an eldritch blast. And in the end, Mahkah was pronounced Saviour of Turtle Kind and declared a Prophet of Torm since he was wearing Torm's holy symbol. Never mind the fact that he spent half the combat absorbing damage in beast form and taking the dodge action. Then you looted the place, and yeah, so now you are heading back to Friendly Arm to get the wagon and horses that you were given by Commander Portier at Baldur's Gate. Given the dangers of the Cloakwood, some of which you've already experienced, you decided that the best thing to do was to go back around the South Way again, which takes about 3.5 days. But you've been this way before, so you can move pretty quickly, pretty confidently, and you're also able to use Mahkah's map case successfully to cut the travel time down to 2 days. And so 2 days requires 2 rations, so everyone go ahead and remove 2 rations from your inventory. And you also get 2 long rests in case anyone wishes to, learn any spells or attune to things or whatever else one does during a long rest.
Also, one thing of interest is I have 2 Kanabos of warning for some reason.
Oh, okay. Probably because I moved one in there when we were, I don't know, some error that occurred when we were swapping between the old Kensei and the new Kensei. I don't know which one. Oh, you were tuned to both of them. Whatever.
Yeah, that's also kind of interesting.
I've deleted one of them, and now you're not overburdened. Feel free to add as many rations as you like.
I got 15 already. I think I'm good.
Sweet. That's what you think. But we're about to enter the desert, the long desert between here and Candlekeep. No, I'm just kidding. There's no desert. Okay, so those are your importance.
Ooh, very good rolls. Very good rolls.
Those are fun.
All right. So yeah, you're traveling back around the south of the Cloakwood, and it takes a couple of days. But something happens early in the morning of the second night. So it's probably 3 bells, 3 a.m. And everyone's asleep in Ethel's tiny hut that looks like a small library on the inside. And you were all so exhausted you decided not to set watches. And you figured the hut keeps you pretty safe, and you chose a concealed spot some way off from the road. But in the early hours, around 3 bells, Mahkah, you're awoken by the sound of something rustling just outside. And you pull your goggles of night down over your eyes and look around, and you can see immediately that it looks like someone's gone through your bag and possibly been looking through everyone else's things as well. And then you notice that Gennaro is actually missing. So you get up quickly and you pass outside through the barrier of the tiny hut, and the night is clear and quiet except for a subtle wind blowing gently through nearby trees and long grasses. And sure enough, you find Gennaro outside. He's fully dressed with his haversack on his back, and he's just tying up his boots like he's getting ready to go somewhere. And he sees you emerging and stands up quickly with an awkward look on his face, like you've just caught him doing something suspicious. And since it's dark, he's not wearing his glasses of sun protection, and you can clearly see that his eyes are shining with a bright golden light. And suddenly, it dawns on you that much of his strange behavior, his evasiveness, his sickness at Friendly Arm, it wasn't that he'd eaten off fish at all. It must have been because he's been using sunshine. And it seems, in fact, that he has used some even very recently. What do you do? What do you say to Gennaro?
I'll say, Gennaro, brother, come back with us. What's the rush? Where are you off to?
Kind of takes a little bit of a step back and just says, I just needed to go and just take a look around. He looks very uncomfortable as he's saying this, and he's kind of fidgeting and almost like he scratches himself on the side of the neck at one point.
I've said this before as well to you on our travels. You know, if there's issues that you need to face, we're here to help you. Is there anything that we can do to help?
He's like, He says he doesn't need any help. He's just wanted to go take a look around. He kind of like stammers as he says this.
Even though Mark is there with Gennaro and wants to help, he wants to leave it in his decision. He's not going to force him back. So I'll say to him, Gennaro, we're here for you. If you need time to your own, that's fine. Sometimes you need to reach rock bottom to make your way back.
He lets out a big sigh when you say this, and he says, he kind of shakes his head and kind of like blurts some of this out. It all comes out all of a sudden. He's like, he explains that like, oh, he didn't know. He didn't know that the sunshine was, you know, being made out of turtle eggs, and he didn't know that it was being peddled by Kensei's brother, and he's just been so depressed, feeling so disappointed about his life and his displacement from Elturel. He says, you know, you don't know what it's like growing up with, you know, with a father like his, you know, trying to live up to his expectations all the time. And he says, as he says this, he kind of like stops himself and says, you know, he's sorry. He didn't mean that because you're an orphan that you that you don't know what it's like to have a father. And he's kind of making a mess of things, and he's still like really fidgeting, and you can see this like gold glowing out of his eyes. He's looking around, like breathing like really quickly, like his heart's really beating. He says, it took him years to find like some kind of balance in this world, and that building the rage room in Elturel was like the only thing that he had that he could truly call his own. And now that it's all gone, he can't see a way forward. And he's like, you know, who are we kidding? Like, you know, like, do you really think, Mahkah, that we can just like go to Avernus and like bring Elturel back somehow? Like, we're nothing. Like, we're not gods like Torm. Like, we're just mortals. Like, how can we hope to take on like archdevils and such? And he's just kind of shaking his head. You know, he's like, you know, and I've signed this creed resolute. Like, I'm doomed. Like, I'm probably just, you know, I'm gonna become a devil. Like, you don't know what that's like to have that hanging over you, Mahkah.
We've been put in this situation from day one without knowing what's around the corner, fighting these creatures together. I don't take it personally. We did not know what was in this sunshine. And he points to his tattoo that he got with Gennaro, the flaming cogs, and he says, like, that's what he holds dear to him. It's his memories, and it also gives him the drawing of the drawing of Gennaro at the gate that he did.
As he takes this drawing from you and he sees you pointing to this tattoo, and you know, tears well up in his eyes, even though they're shining golden, and it actually like refracts some of this golden light and sort of causes these strange golden sort of rays to kind of sort of shine around all around the area, and some of them kind of like land on your body and on your face while he's like kind of tearing up in front of you. And he just says the thing is that he doesn't know if he can stop. He feels like he's gone too far down this path. He's kind of, you know, stared into the pleasure of this sunshine drug for too long, and you know, he wishes that it wasn't true that it's made this way, but he just doesn't think he can face the party anymore. He doesn't think that he can carry on, and he doesn't want to like go into the belly of the beast and go to hell where he's going to end up anyway as a devil. And he says, you know, I need to find a way on my own. I don't think I belong with the group anymore. Like, I need to find another way, and yeah, I have to leave. He says, I just can't be here anymore with all of you. I can't, like, look you in the eyes. And he kind of straightens up his bag and kind of takes a couple of steps back and just says, you know, tell them I just had to go. Make up something.
Mahkah says, I believe he's still got the sending stone. So, because that's how we left it with him at Friendly Army. I'll say, you keep that. If you need us, send the message. And wishes him all the best. And just remember we're here for you.
He says, like, that's very kind, but he pulls his backpack off. He's still, like, shaking. He's got all this energy on him. He's like, you know what, like, that is very kind, but I've already taken enough from you. I don't need that. Perhaps if I can work out my life and get off this drug and sort things out and kind of come to terms with myself, maybe I'll see you again down the track. And he digs this sending stone out of his bag and hands it to you.
Okay.
And with that, he pulls the drawstring on his bag and puts it back over his backpack, over his back, and kind of just waves goodbye awkwardly. He's like a few feet away from you. He sort of takes like a little, like, half step forward, like he's maybe going to give you a hug, but then he just, like, stops and just sort of, like, gives you a little awkward wave and says, like, well, goodbye, and turns around and trudges off into the night.
Mahkah just takes a moment and just sees him out.
And I can't actually find the sending stone on him. Maybe I'm not looking clearly.
We kind of didn't. We left it with him when he wasn't with us, so we probably didn't put it into his inventory.
Yeah. But yeah, if we find we don't have it, I can dig it out. But yeah. And at that point, you can kind of head back inside and you maybe you kind of check some of your bags to see if there's, to see why it looks like they've been kind of rifled through, and you find actually that all of the sunshine that you had, Mahkah, is missing.
Okay.
But it doesn't appear that anything else has been stolen.
I'll just take a moment before lying down back into his shell.
Alright, so you sleep the rest of the night off. Nothing else happens. And you wake up. Ethel, you quickly discover that half of your candles have gone missing as well.
My candles, no! What am I supposed to do now? We're hunting him down. This is a revenge plot now.
No, I'm just kidding. You still have your candles, but everyone else notices that. One by one, you notice that all of your sunshine has gone missing, except that he's overlooked a small amount of sunshine that was hidden in the bag of holding. Perhaps it was hidden underneath a wine bottle.
Yeah, and Mahkah would
useful. Sorry.
Mahkah would explain to the party that Gennaro had to leave, and he couldn't face his demons in Alterel, and he couldn't face us as well. Even though that we're there for him, he needs to find himself. Then maybe he can come back to us.
Why, was he directly challenged?
Jean-Lemont's gonna put two and two together. It must be the devil's yoke. Oi. Sometimes it is more heroic to leave and to work on oneself. So good luck to him.
All right, and with that, you continue back to the friendly arm inn, and as you approach this friendly arm inn, you remember it's this walled hamlet on the side of the coastway, on this kind of lightly wooded plateau, and you can hear these like birds and insects. And as you approach, you see peasants milling about and some merchants and traders kind of riding to and forth on carts and things. And the guards outside recognize you. It's probably about, like, by the time you arrive, maybe like 4 bells. Something like that. The guards recognize you and they remind you to leave all of your weapons and to tie your thumbs up again if you're spellcasters. Kind of, no loose thumbs, remember? And they wave you in pretty friendlily, and you enter the friendly arm hamlet, and you see these wattle and daub houses and this prominent stone keep with the large wooden interior. And you head over to the stables, and you see the stable owner there. He's actually like standing outside the front of the stables, and he's like facing away from you, like facing this this wagon that you've left there. And you can see that your horse, the 2 horses, are also like tied up inside their stalls. And he's kind of like scratching his chin, but he hears you coming and like turns around. And he's like, ah, there you are. I was wondering when you were gonna show up. What took you so long?
Orcs and cultists.
Orcs and cultists. Damn.
Yeah, the usual.
Alright, I suppose so. Well, hey, I didn't realize you were gonna leave this here wagon for so long. You owe me a bit of coin.
I just look at this man, and who is completely done with it, and go like, no, we don't. And I will use these. I will so use the pirate feature once again.
This thing that like intimidates people?
Let's see, it is the fuck, what was it? It was the it was like the bad reputation where I can get away with light crimes of like not paying people. I think it was.
Where is it?
It would be in like a bigger fee, but I guess it won't. It only has personal traits.
Bad reputation. Oh, it's... I just want to read, like, does it just automatically mean that he just... Oh, it'd be in pirate, wouldn't it? Bad reputation. No matter where you go, people are afraid of you due to your reputation. If you're in a civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offenses such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern or breaking down doors at a local shop, since most people will not report your activity to the authorities. Okay. He still looks pretty disgruntled. He's like, what do you take me for? I might be a small town stable master, but that don't mean I'm just gonna lay down and let people take advantage of me now.
I'll push Kenway out of the way. How much do we owe you?
Listen, motherfucker, we're going to hell, so literally the worst crime is going to be inflicted upon us. So guess what? Your prayers will be answered. I just want to go home. Let's go. I'm just so done.
I'll just give him 5 gold as we start to collect ourselves.
Oh, sure, no, I'm the one.
Come, Kensei. Look here. I have some wine in my bag.
No, you can't distract me that anytime, not child.
It's delicious wine.
I also have some boar meat and wine. And I'm like, thank you so much for helping us out to the wagon guy. Well, like,
I don't care.
Well, thank you. I suppose that'll do. Well, I certainly won't be reporting any of your behavior, Mr. Tieflin, sir, as I'm rather terrified of you. Says, but your friend Rhea actually did pay me a little bit, two gold pieces to hold onto the wagon for 4 nights. But yeah, it's taken 5 more than that. It's taken 9 nights in total. So yeah, I would have only really asked for maybe 2 gold pieces, 3 gold pieces, so 5 is lovely. I appreciate that.
I hope you have a lovely day, and then we all get in the wagon and run away.
Thank you, man.
Because Kenway is having problems.
So yeah, he unties the horses and brings them over, and you know, you've paid him 5 gold pieces. He seems a lot happier now. He reconnects them to the wagon. Is that how it works? Is that the correct lingo for like?
Reheat them.
Yeah. He locks them in like.
Guys, I don't know anything about horses.
Just don't be right behind them, and you'll be fine.
And so you just jump into this wagon. Is there anything else that you want to do in the Friendly Arm before moving on? There's, you know, it's getting pretty late. If you
actually, probably just ask the innkeeper if Mr. Fisk left a message for us, or.
yeah, you can head into the inn, but the innkeeper doesn't have a message for you.
Okay.
We'll
stick with the original.
Can I have used our 2 days of traveling to learn Scorching Ray?
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
All right, I'll chuck.
Also, I was doing that wrong. I definitely didn't how much these cost me incorrectly, but I think I mostly learned first level spells, so it's fine.
So for these, what is it? First level spells is like 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, I didn't. For some reason, I didn't realize that it went up the more you did, which makes sense. But you know, someone wasn't reading the player's handbook very closely. But this one is 100 gold, and wow, it's expensive to be this class.
Yeah, like I said before, it's like the only expensive class, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. So you can learn that. I've put that in your inventory.
Nice.
And is there anything else anyone wanted to do? Did you want to stay the night, or did you want to?
I was just gonna resummon my familiar too. The cat has been dead for so long.
Okay, sweet. So, do you have?
How far is it from Friendly Arm into Candle's Keep? Travel-wise?
So from Friendly Arm to Candlekeep, it's probably about maybe between like 3 or 4 days.
Okay, and it's 4 p.m. around about now.
Yep.
Maybe we should stay the night and head off first thing in the morning, because that. I know we can handle ourselves on the road, but...
Maybe it is more dangerous in the dark.
We asked the guy to unlock our horses? I don't know.
I mean, we already have a spell that pretty much is like really good against anything that...
Yeah. I think, might have a change. I think we should get to Fisk as soon as possible.
Okay.
Alright.
And Ethel, just make sure you use a fun familiar component.
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, cool.
Also, I have this wind fan. Does anyone need a wind fan? It's just, you can cast gust of wind. I forgot I had it. Like, I'm okay keeping it, but if anyone wants a fun fan.
Don't look at me.
Cool, I'll keep the wind fan. It'll be fun now that I remembered that I have it.
Alright, cool. So you've been here for maybe like an hour. It's like around 5 bells, and you decide that you want to get going as soon as possible. But as you begin getting your things together, and preparing to continue along the tradeway towards Candlekeep, a rider on a white stallion races in through the gate, and a cloaked figure jumps down before you. It's a familiar woman with dark brown eyes, curly auburn hair tied in a knot, and white plate mail marked with the crest of Eltergard concealed beneath her cloak. And you find yourselves once again in the company of Rhea Mantlemon. She tells you that she and Fallister Fisk made it to Candlekeep safely and delivered the puzzle box to Fallister's master, Silvira Savicus. When they met Silvira, she told them it would take her some time to study and do research on the box in order to learn how to open it safely. So Rhea spent a single day pacing around the courtyard of the keep, which she talks about as if it had been an entire 10-day. But then she says Fallister came and gave us some news, and she says, apparently, Silvira thinks the infernal puzzle box can be opened with some sort of key. She says Thavius Krieg might have had this key on him. Apparently, the people who sign these contracts are occasionally given a way to bypass the puzzles, and Silvira says this particular box is more difficult to open than those she's encountered in the past. After I admitted to Fallister that I was worried about all of you taking so long, I began thinking something might have happened to you, actually. It was a very long time, nearly a 10-day, and Silvira, she suggested I ride back and find you and maybe see if any of you might have picked up this key. And she had the stable master there lend me this horse. Of course, I am very glad to find you safe, but can you think of anything else that you might have taken from the Van Thampo Villa or the sewers below that might serve as a key of some kind?
Keychain of the Dungeon of Dead 3. Hatt. Sorry, I'm just going through. My bad. Keep going.
Oh. Did she say what this key may look like? Would it be small or big?
I believe rather small. Fallister just mentioned that she had discovered a small opening in the box. That's all I know. I couldn't tell you more exact dimensional expectations.
Ooh. Sorry.
No, you can go.
No, I just am rummaging through this bag of holding, and I'm finding these pendants. Did we find these pendants?
I think we got those earlier.
Okay.
The bone jewelry box is from the Van Thampas, but I think it's empty, right?
I see.
So the bone jewelry box, it may have contained something, but otherwise, yeah, like it's just, I think, does Alina have that?
It's in the bag of holding.
Oh, it's in the bag of holding. Yeah, if it's in the, it's just its own item in the bag of holding, so I don't remember actually what was in it.
Okay.
Maybe...
We got a Pleiadian stone pendant on a chain, and I don't think we figured out what that was.
That's from the
Old Man Slayer.
We have this horrible talking doll.
You can
maybe its little arm.
You can give me an investigation check if you want to kind of have a good look at the doll and see if it has anything on it that might be used as a key.
I think it has a little necklace. A key necklace. I'll do that. I stare deep into the eyes of the doll, and I am unsettled.
You don't find anything when you investigate it, but you accidentally squeeze it hard enough that it's like, I love you, talking troll doll.
Oh, no! I cry.
Is there anything in the Van Thampa ledger that would give a clue as to what this key is or how to open the box?
You just find in the ledger just like a bunch of numbers and lists of meetings and times of meetings and that sort of thing. It just seems like very boring kind of. It doesn't have any details that would give you information about that sort.
Mahkah would suggest he still has VTT's what's the name? Van Thampa's key rings, but he only used one of them to open the chest. Maybe there's 3 on that set.
Ooh.
Something so simple.
Could be.
Because we didn't find much on him, right? I have the assassin's blood, and I don't remember much else.
I don't. Thinking about it, I think Thalma would actually hold the key if it's his soul.
Yeah.
Did we find... I do remember we found some things in his room where he was staying. In that chest, maybe.
I really hope we don't have to go back to the Baldur tree just to pick up a key.
We sold it.
Oh
Because
no!
we love money. Specifically, I love money. I need it.
I got a nude human.
Perfect. That's it.
Oh yeah, that was
Maybe
actually
we-
from below the nude human.
Maybe with all those
Nice.
wax candles, we can make a mold of the opening and mold the key.
I do have 101 candles, so I think we can pull this off.
As you say that, Mahkah, you kind of lean forward a little bit, and the amulet that you're wearing around your neck kind of dangles out a little bit. And Rhea sees this, and she points at it. She says, "That amulet. Where did we get that?"
Oh. Yeah, we got that from him, remember?
Wow, thank God Rhea's here. She knows so much more than us.
She has notes.
Yeah, if it's possibly the key, let's take it to Candlekeep.
Yes, well, we have a few possibilities. Perhaps these keys on the key ring, or perhaps that amulet. We'll take them to Silvira and we'll find out.
Can Mahkah have a close look at the amulet if there's any other inscriptions on it, or like someone scratched initials or a note onto it, like a word or?
Yeah, give me an investigation check. And actually, if you have either jeweler's tools or tinker's tools, you can go with advantage.
No, and he just remembers about Gennaro. He's like,
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll cast guidance on myself. Yeah, just investigation.
Oh, also, I have the sending stones. That's
Oh,
where they
sweet.
are.
Sweet.
But we can split those up.
Mystery solved.
Ethel's got stones.
Dude, stones for days, man.
All right, with an 11, you're looking for inscriptions on this amulet. You're kind of turning it around in your hand, and you don't find any inscriptions, but you do find that this ring-shaped section of the index finger seems to turn a little bit, like it's like kind of like turning like a ring on a finger, and you turn it a bit, and it clicks, like one click to the right. And suddenly this long, thin iron plate like pops out of the wrist part of the hand of the gauntlet. And you can have a look at this thing. It's this rectangular plate. It's very smooth and cold. It's about 1.5 inches long and 1/3 of an inch thick. And you recognize it seems like it's made out of the same metal as the infernal puzzle box itself. And you can give me a history or a religion check if you want to try to identify that material. I'm not sure you succeeded in doing that when you had a look at the box.
Oh, okay, I'll do a history. And guidance as well myself.
Also, if you can use Smith's tools, you can have advantage.
Oh no, I don't have Smiths.
So with 16, you're not sure what this is. It seems weird to you, like almost somehow smoother and colder than any metal that you've touched before. But as you're kind of touching it, you notice these what appear to be infernal runes. They sort of shimmer on it, almost like holographic, like holograms, kind of shimmer on it as you move your thumb over it. Do you have thumbs?
Good question.
You do. Turtles have
yeah.
kind of human hands. I remember because it freaks Anna out. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm fine.
Oh, didn't you say quick question?
Oh no, oh that's all good with that. That's sorted.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, but you don't find anything else, but you have good reason to think that this may be some sort of key type of thing.
That looks very promising.
But with that, you head off south along the road to Candlekeep.
On the road again.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Alright.
Sorry, I think I blanked out for a second. Was there a translation for the Infernal? Sorry.
Hold on. Let me just... We'll start that again. Translation... No, sorry. The Infernal just appears to be runic. You can have like a good look at it. You don't think it's a script or any kind. Like Kensei isn't able to read it or anything.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay. Chapter 2. With both the Van Thampers of Baldur's Gate and the Cold Man defeated, and the Tortles of the Cloakwood Peninsula liberated, you continue south along the coastway towards Candlekeep. The road is often little more than a dirt trail leading through fields and grasses, and it's easy to forget that it's the same road you set out on from Baldur's Gate several days ago, especially for those being rocked to sleep by the continuous swaying and lurching of the wagon. I'm looking at you, Jean Lemore.
Oh.
The words of the great deity Torm, the loyal fury, echo in your mind as you come to terms with the task that lies ahead, and Rhea has lots of questions about everything you witnessed. As you travel, you discuss the departure of Gennaro, and Linari asks Alina about the years she spent in Elturel working as a tailor before purchasing a new shop on behalf of their father there. You still have another 2 or 3 nights before you, but Mahkah uses his magic map case successfully to speed up the journey significantly. If things go to plan, you'll make it to Candlekeep by Tarsark 30, which is actually the full moon, and there are already some signs that the Silvermoons are beginning to exchange likenesses. Unfortunately, you are hindered somewhat by the weather, which was warm and clear when you set out, but worsens along the way. Before you know it, dark clouds have begun to release heavy rain, and the storm grows until the dirt road runs thick with mud, yet the horses trudge on. The weak stream of merchant caravans heading north continues, but due to the weather they seem a little less friendly. Does anyone want to do or say anything while travelling through the rain like this? Is anyone thinking about anything or discussing anything with their party members or anything like that?
Well, go ahead.
Jean might just be sitting next to Mahkah and might ask him about like, oh, Mahkah, my friend, I've noticed you've become very into Tom, religiously so. I know he is like given us some commands, but you've really taken him upon yourself. Why is this? What do you see in him?
I think it's one of those things, JL, that you didn't know you were supposed to find until it sort of appeared in front of you, and then
yes,
it clicked in, and you sort of have a clearer direction and a purpose and the timing of it.
Oh, I know what you mean precisely. It is like when I first met Maribel. Oh, it was love. I understand now.
Yes, JL, we'll find Maribel as well. Like,
yes. I hope
we have
so.
hope.
I hope so.
All right.
During these rainy seasons, Kenway is actually seeming like to be like enjoying this like nasty weather, and he kind of like takes it back to like, it reminds him back on the harsh sea days where he kind of like got the control of the mast of the ship before it takes the control away from you, and he's just kind of having a seamlessly happy fuss, fondly remembering these things as he's aiding with the leading the horse and carriage on these nasty weather.
Yeah, well, actually, at the end of this first day, probably the skies become too black and the land becomes too treacherous to continue, and you need to set up camp. What would you actually do with the horses and the cart and everything when you do that? How do you? I imagine, I don't know if you want to sleep in your tiny hut, probably, but what would you do with the horses and everything?
We can't fit everything in a tiny hut, right? That would be uncomfortable and bad.
Can you fit like the horse and cart in it?
Yeah, it says only 9 creatures medium size, and then it says it's only a 10-foot radius. So like,
yeah,
maybe not for a whole wagon.
What are horses?
That'd be fun.
They're large as well.
I do agree. Maybe a tree with a good canopy. Find one.
Mass amount
What's the landscape? What's the landscape around us? Is it foresty, a bit rocky, or is it sparse?
At the moment, it's pretty sparse. It's just, yeah, very muddy. You're traveling along this road. There's trees dotting the landscape, but it's mostly fields.
We'll definitely.
Right next to one.
Yeah, Mark is suggesting that. Possibly, it depends on the rain. We can light a fire.
It's probably, unless you can find something to put over the fire.
It'll go, yeah.
It'd probably be too wet and too windy. You might be able to rig something up.
Bedrolls?
I mean, we could make a fire in the tiny hut, but that doesn't help our poor horses at all.
Plus, I think it'll like fill it up with smoke, will it?
I don't know. It says it's nice and dry in there regardless.
That's true.
Nice little space.
Yeah, it says something like the climate in there is like fine. Does that mean it can't fill up with smoke though?
I don't know. That feels like impractical, but like I want it to be that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's have a look.
I don't know how to take care of horses.
If we Mahkah would definitely use his bedroll to lay on the back like a blanket over the horse as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Just to give it some warmth, and I was going to say park them. Move them next to the cart if we can, like to the opposite side, which the rain's hitting. If it's coming in a certain direction.
Okay. And Rhea also, she actually pulls off her cloak and she puts it over the back of her horse to keep it warm. Would you do that actually? Because then the cloak would just get wet and then the horse would just have this soggy...
I don't know how to take care of horses.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I was thinking that even though it might get wet, it's still keeping them warm.
Rhea actually finds some long sticks and she sticks them into the ground and ties her cloak from the cart over the horse, like a sort of a tent, and ties her horse up underneath it, so it can at least have its head kind of dry.
Lina's just gonna stand outside all night and cast prestidigitation to keep it dry.
Just constantly above its head, like. Oh yeah, just keeping it dry. All right, so you rig up various mattresses and other strange contraptions, perhaps, in order to attempt to keep these horses dry, and they sort of look at you in a confused way while you're doing this, like, what the hell are you doing? And then you what do you do? Are you gonna make a fire? Do you climb into the tiny hut?
Definitely
tiny hut.
tie off the horses so they don't get spooked in the middle of the night.
Yeah, they kind of look a little bit shaky given like the lightning and everything.
Yeah, I guess go into the tiny hut.
Take first watch.
I will watch with you.
Perfect.
Okay. And does everyone eat a ration for the day, or did you already eat one in the morning? I can't remember. I think you wouldn't have at this point.
Yeah. Have a ration.
Yeah, so consume a ration.
And Mahkah would actually give a ration to the horse as well, like we've got 2 horses.
Yeah, so there's 2 horses and then Rhea's horse. I'll say Rhea has like a little bit of food on her as well. She'll feed her horse.
So Mahkah will give 1 each to the horse. If they're like prosciutto and crackers.
Cool. Alright, so you feed the horses, you set up these little shelters or whatever you do, and you climb into the tiny hut, and you're kind of setting up in there in this little library and getting ready to go to sleep. And then Rhea begins to tell the party a story in an effort to raise morale. The rain is especially heavy with thunder intermittently crashing overhead, so she has to raise her voice a bit to be heard. It was over a century past that the great troubles began in Eltergard. Fiends roamed the lands to the north and west of Elturel. Fields were despoiled, livestock slaughtered, homes razed, and people dragged off to a terrible and unknowable fate. It seemed the blood war had spilled into Faerun, and terror gripped the hearts of all. The city's cavalry rode across the land, striking down the monsters wherever they found them, and suffering significant losses. But it was never enough. For every demon they destroyed, 2 more appeared in their stead. The ruler of Elturel, the High Rider, asked his people to pray to the gods for aid. To everyone's astonishment, a mighty angel entered the city on the very next day. Her name was Zariel, which means Companion of Light. It was believed then that the prayers of Elturel had been answered, and help had come. Zariel found the gate through which the fiends were entering the natural world. It was in the fields of the dead west of the city. If you remember, we passed through there when we left. It seemed the hordes of the Abyss had gained a foothold in Avernus, and had opened a portal from there into Faerun. Zariel declared that if the armies of Bartor could not defend the material realms, she would rally a great army in defiance of her superiors who wished her to remain impartial, and lead them into Avernus herself, destroying the infernal host that was amassing there, and striking a great blow against the forces of darkness. When they were ready, the High Rider sent out the Riders of Elturel, now numbering many thousands, with Zariel at their head, riding a golden mastodon. With a great cry, the angel and her army charged through the gate, a glorious march known since as the Ride. The legions of the Abyss trembled and buckled, but then the devils of hell took advantage of the situation and attacked Zariel when her army was fatigued. In the end, she was overwhelmed and defeated. Believing her dead, the survivors returned to Elturel, sealing the portal behind them. They were overcome with grief at the loss of their glorious general, but confident that demons and devils alike would think twice about threatening Elturel again. And so, there were great celebrations to honor the valiant knights of the cavalry, who became known as Hell Riders from that day on. And they were there to defend Elturel when it was threatened again, shockingly by the High Rider himself, who was discovered to be a vampire. The city was besieged then by legions of the undead, and though we fought them back during the day, we lost all advantage in the night. Elturians prayed to the gods for the day to last but an hour longer. It was then that Thavius Krieg, at that time a priest of Torm, was foolishly believed so cherished by the gods that they heard his appeal. A second sun appeared in the sky, turning night to day and blasting the vampire lord and his spawn to ashes, while the remaining undead cowered from the light. Elturel was saved. The second son became known as the Companion, and Thavius Krieg was beloved by all, so it wasn't long before he was crowned High Observer, later restyled High Overseer. Pilgrims and paladins of countless nations and faiths came to the city, and the Creed Resolute was established to ensure that all who lived there, though they might differ in so many ways, were akin in their loyalty to the city. If only we had known just what that would come to mean. And after the story, it takes you some time to get to sleep because of the rain and the lightning. Even the elves are disturbed from there. Yeah, because of the story. It gives you nightmares. And
I was just gonna say, is she trying to raise or lower morale?
I think she's trying to raise morale. That was quite the story.
She apologizes for getting a bit carried away.
Wait.
But yeah.
I have a question for Rhea.
Yes.
She seems to know so much lore about the land. Do you know who Primus is? We have heard this name spoken by Torm, but I have not heard of him before. I don't think.
Primus, I believe, is some kind of god. I don't know much about Primus. Some kind of god of order, I believe.
God of order. Interesting.
Tomorrow could have used that.
Yeah, anyone can give me a religion check if you feel like you might have read about Primus.
Nope.
Sure.
Well.
I'll say, Ethel, you can give it another roll if you want, seeing as you're such a reader.
I'll cast guide on
Should I just?
with Ethel.
I can just use my 19 portent because I think I have to re-roll them anyway because we've done like 80 reps.
That is true.
I'll just pretend that works.
Okay. You know that Primus is essentially the god of the Modrons, who are like kind of mechanical creatures that live on a plane called Mechanus. And it's a what is it, like a, I forget what the deal is with Mechanus, like what its alignment is. Hold on, let me have a look.
While you look this up, just for putting in my 2 cents, for an individual that loves kind of like goofy stuff, I absolutely adore Modrons.
You say loves or loads goofy stuff?
Loves
Oh,
goofy stuff.
okay.
Is it the lips?
It's not
Sorry, that's
the
metagaming.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
metagaming.
They have these weird, like, yeah, these bizarre, like, large,
All right.
Like-
Well, now I have to Google it.
Yeah, it's
kissy lips.
plump.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god.
So, Mechanus is an outer plane in the Great Wheel cosmology representing the alignment of lawful neutral, and it's the home of the Modrons. It's like a sort of a clockwork realm.
That's sick.
So if he's lawful neutral, is he helping us? Is he helping Torm?
So you're referring to the mention of Primus when Torm appeared.
Yes.
he also mentioned Asmodeus.
Do we know who Asmodeus is?
You can do a religion check for Asmodeus as well if you like.
Okay.
Oh, he's fun too, just FYI. I'm not sending anymore.
Oh, the same thing.
So he is the ruler of the 9 hells. He's the archdevil of Nessus, the deepest layer of the 9 hells. And he also, represents basically as high as you can go in the order of things in the hells. He's like the devil, I guess.
I forgot what Tom said about Asmodeus. Does anyone remember?
Oh, nope. I kind of was like more infatuated with not dying, so a lot of that spiel kind of went over my head. I know I swore an oath to him, and then that's kind of it.
You can remember that he talked about making an appeal to Primus about some kind of decree that he'd made that had to do with Asmodeus.
Wait, Primus made a decree.
No, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That long ago, Primus had made a decree in relation to Asmodeus, and that Torm felt that this decree had been violated in some way, and so he was appealing to Primus because of that. He felt that. He mentioned that he felt that because the Creed Resolute was essentially like committing the people of Elturel to hell without them knowing that especially because of the sheer scale of the thing, violated this law that Primus had apparently set down at some point in the past, which had to do with some kind of trial involving Asmodeus.
Next time on Celestial Court Gates.
Judge Primus.
I was also just trying to think of a way to turn like Judge Judy into Judge Primus, but I couldn't like Judge Primey.
Asmodeus walks into the court.
But yeah, Rhea doesn't know much more about that trial or about Primus or Asmodeus. But yeah, you otherwise have a bit of a disturbed night due to the story and the thunderstorm, and you get up the next day and you continue to travel, and after another full day of journeying in the rain and another roadside camp in the tiny hut, you wake to find the world quiet once again. Dark clouds remain overhead, but at least it's clear for the time being, and also it's now Tarsark 30 in 1492 DR, and the moon is full once again. So Alina and Linari have shifted in form, and besides the clothes that they wear and their equipment, they appear to have swapped bodies. It's very confusing.
Oh no, I'm seeing them now. Oh.
We have the Orc Alina, we have the Alina Linarina. Oh my goodness.
Just for fun, we swap clothes.
Alright.
Oh no.
Next. Ooh, created text, we need them now.
I mean, if you swap clothes, I guess things would seem pretty normal.
Maybe I could put a small mark on one of your hands. It would help me remember.
They don't look the same. The problem is that they look different, just different than normal, you know?
You just got
No. Wait, my head, my tiny head.
But you've also traveled another day, so that's another ration each, unless you want to go hungry. Plus an additional one if you wanted to eat breakfast for today.
Oh, yes.
So make sure you go ahead and remove those rations. And yeah, you continue on. And after a while, as the wagon clutters along, Rhea riding alongside proudly on the white stallion she borrowed, you see ahead a path branching off west from the wider road, leading towards the sea. A raven perches solemnly on a leaning post bearing two signs, one atop the other, both of which point down this west road. One of the signs reads, "The Way of the Lion," while the other says Candlekeep. And I'll just show a little handout of Candlekeep.
Ooh.
Those are my Newport rolls. Oh, okay, that's exciting.
Nice.
I want to keep those forever.
And then you take a long rest, and then you continue on to Candlekeep.
Ah, no! Oh. You cheated!
So you you continue on towards
Time
Candlekeep.
for the final fight. Time for the final fight. I got 2 natural 20s reporting, and you all take a long rest, and then get to the final fight. Wait a minute.
And the sun is shining through the clouds to illuminate these grey walls and pale spires that you see in this big fortress. It's a time-worn fortress, and it stands majestically atop a rocky promontory overlooking the sea. The trail leads straight to it along a rocky isthmus topped with grass, which is subjected endlessly to the crashing of seawater and salt spray. And at the mouth of this land bridge, where the way is cluttered by rocks and boulders, you actually see a large hay-filled wagon with 2 draft horses standing at the front of it. One of the wheels of the wagon is lying on the ground next to it, and there's an aging human man with a straw hat standing there looking at it and shaking his head. The farmer turns and waves as you approach, says, "Why, hello there, travelers. Could you perhaps spare a moment to help an old farmer down on his luck?"
Does he look like someone who actually needs help?
Give me an insight check.
Ooh.
I'm going to get out of the cart because I know I'm going to get chastised for not helping them.
I just get out to start fixing this wheel even though I have literally no idea how. I'm like, yes, of course. A wheel. These 2 pieces need to go together.
As you do that, Jean Lemore is kind of looking at this farmer and feeling suspicious. There's something off about this guy. He doesn't seem to be behaving in a fluid, normal way.
Can I whisper to Ethel? Stay back.
I take a little bit too obvious of a step back. What did you say about?
Yes. No. We have the wheel in the bag over there. You gotta get the correct wheel to replace the wheel. You know, I know about these things.
Oh, of course. And I start walking away.
Give me a deception check, Jean Lemore.
Oh, excellent.
This farmer kind of frowns.
Why is their deception so good?
You say you got a spare wheel, have you?
Well, it depends. How did you break this wagon?
Why, the wheel just fell off, of course. And as he says this, there's a tone of suspicion in your voice. And as he's kind of saying this, and it sounds a little bit silly, a woman a little bit further up from where this wagon is steps out from behind some of these boulders. And you see this lady that you've seen before. She's looks like she's probably somewhere in her 70s, and she's this aristocratic looking lady, but kind of moves as though she's pretty physically fit, and she's dressed in this expensive-looking yellow dress, but she's carrying a staff. And you recognize this as LadyJinxIII Fiona Hune.
Oh,
And
no.
she calls out to you, and she says, "What a pity you made it all this way, only to die. And least of all because you broke my hip in Baldur's Gate. It took quite a lot of magic to fix me up again, by the way." And she glares at Alina as she says this. "But that shield you carry is ours." She points at Kensei. "We are the Knights of the Shield, and we have protected it for generations. I was too weak to stop you after that Van Thamper bitch had me locked up for so long. But you were easy enough to track, and now I've brought my shield guardian." And as she says this enormous thing steps out from behind a boulder across from her. It's this massive, like 9-10 foot tall construct made out of like wood and steel armor. It's got huge metal fists that look like they could smash a house down within minutes. And it's wearing this spiked helm covering maybe what could be a face, but you can't see any eyes or a face visible through the eye slit. And it's like towering above, and she kind of cackles and says, "And let me introduce you to my friend Cadrus as well, and his infamous company, the Shield's Bane." And at that moment, the farmer shifts in form, and you see standing before you what appears to be a tiefling. But as he's like standing there with red skin and horns, these large, like leathery black wings kind of extend out from his back, and he's carrying this ancient silver-colored. He's wearing ancient silver-colored armor, and he's got this intricately designed spear with a long, sharp blade, and he kind of narrows his yellow eyes at you. And you also see some other individuals kind of emerging from the rocks on either side of you. And LadyJinxIII says, "Now, give us the shield of the Hidden Lord, or else perish a horrible death."
No!
Why do you want him?
Mahkah looks at Alina.
Alina's gonna put her hood up and stealth somewhere behind the car so she can't see us.
Okay, you won't be able to just stealth
Damn it.
at this point.
She's staring at me?
Wait, there's people all around you.
Right, I don't look like
Would you say I have approximately 1 minute?
Okay.
No.
Whatever I want?
Definitely not.
Alright, damn.
I'm just gonna look back and be like, yeah, what?
All right, and as Kensei says no, and even though Jean Lamour says like, "Why do you want him?" You know, I mean, maybe she hears this, and she says, "Because it is ours. It has always been ours." And I'll take you over to the map.
I've got a quick question.
Yeah.
Does the shield say anything? Response?
It doesn't say anything at this point.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm fighting to the death with this guy. He's my friend.
All right, so maybe place yourself anywhere you want in that red area. And
okay.
I'll control Linari for this one as well.
You know,
And
I just have a quick question.
yep.
So if I were to, in a different scenario than this one, just cast Tiny Hut, I'm pretty sure no one else can come in there. Could we just like have a nice little long rest in the middle of a battle if I spend a whole minute casting Tiny Hut?
Try it.
No.
1 minute in battle time, like.
Well, that's what I was saying. We have 1 minute before this happens. It's like you can move freely through it if you were there when it was cast, but no one else can. So I was like, we just pop out of the tiny hut, pop back in, pop out of the tiny hut.
Give it a go. See what happens.
That sounds threatening.
All right, so is everyone in the position that they wish to be in, that they feel they were standing in?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I guess, like, Alina, because you didn't kind of describe yourself as having gotten out and looking at the wheel or anything like that, that you could have been in the wagon and you could perhaps kind of quietly climb out, like, over here. if you want to do that stealthily, that's all right. You can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but
I'd like
Alina... Sorry.
Did Alina...
Alina looks like Lanari?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll just have to keep that in mind. I can't be bothered changing the tokens.
No, I see. But Lady Fiona would have recognized... Oh, would have recognized Lanari. Okay.
Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah, that works.
So technically, he's just not wrong. It's just that, you know, he doesn't know how the Silvermoon sisters like curse work.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool, actually. I like that. I didn't even think of that. All right, cool. So I'll remove this, and this is the moment where also this farmer appears like this instead of a farmer. And let's roll for initiative. I'll just put us all in there. I'll see if I can remove these horses. There we go.
Oh, I have my cat back.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So exciting.
Put your cat back. Move your cat wherever you would like within reason. And I think that should be everything. Ooh. All right. Okay. So, as combat begins, this individual to the east emerges from behind these rocks. This person is a human woman wearing leather armor under a red hood, and you can see like her hands and maybe parts of her arms are exposed, and you can see she's like heavily tattooed, and she has this longbow and quiver and this short sword at her hip, and she pulls out the longbow and she takes a shot at Mahkah from just around the side of these rocks.
Oh, that's a short sword? There you go. She's throwing short sword.
She hasn't fought in battle for a little while. And she misses. But she is going to take another shot at you, Mahkah. And misses again. And at this point, Lanari is going to... She immediately casts the fly spell. Kind of holds out her hands and begins shouting these arcane words quite aggressively in this sort of winged tiefling's face, and this energy encircles her, and she begins to lift up into the air, and she's going to lift up probably like, I don't know, 30 feet or something like that, and I believe that's pretty much all she can do at this point. So Mahkah, what do you do?
Mahkah wants to, he just clutches his fist from the ground and hold towards the ground, and he wants to use Erupting Earth on the golem.
Ooh,
and target the golem.
Okay. As you begin casting this spell, Satir sees you, and she just yells out, "No!" And she casts Counterspell.
Can I counterspell or counterspell?
Yeah, you definitely can.
I just wanted to use counterspell for the first time. That's exciting.
So you counter her Counterspell. And yes, okay, so Mahkah, you're able to continue with your spell in that case. I love Counterspell battles. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, so DC 15 Dex fails. So what happens with Erupting Earth?
Yeah. It is. I'll call it up on the screen. Oh, that's on the screen.
So all this like churned earth and stone erupts around this this golem type creature.
And it becomes difficult terrain as
All right.
well. And it's bludgeoning damage.
Okay, bludgeoning damage. So it takes 14 bludgeoning. All right. And anything else, or it's just requires at least 1 minute to clear by hand. Okay, sweet. All right. Anything else?
No, and in turn.
Okay. Jean Lamore.
Jean Lamore is gonna yell at Fiona. Why do you not just let the shield decide who he wants to be with? And I'm gonna cast. Yeah. Okay. I am going to dissonantly, unsettlingly words the big guy.
Okay.
You're big, but I bet you are very stupid. And then cast Shatter.
Okay, so just with the unsettling words, it's just automatic, is it? Yeah, you have.
Bardic Inspo. Yep.
Bonus
Oh, sorry,
action.
sorry. That is not the correct dice. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
1d8.
D8 now?
Yep.
And I just realized the Guardian would have had some resistance against that save with the erupting earth, but that's all right. We'll say he failed anyway. It failed.
Well, also I was gonna say, like, with the shatter, he's also could be just makes it normal because it says that any creature made out of stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw on the shatter spell.
Right.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry, I see what you're saying. Okay, so yes, he will, in that case, make a normal, just a flat save. What is it? Okay.
And -3.
-3. -16. Still passes.
No, DC. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I'll roll the damage. Puny.
Alright.
Okay. That is all.
Alright, so this explosion goes off, but this thing just kind of like, you know, takes a step forward, like directly into this explosion, just kind of like holds out its fist, like it's just sort of charging directly into this magic, and the explosion causes like like chunks of this boulder next to it to be like torn off, and they go like flying back past it, but it manages to kind of stand there and resist most of the damage. And at this point, this is just Rhea's mount, so I'll remove it from the initiative. Let's just imagine that mount is a white stallion. Okay, and now this large guardian thing. Also, actually, anyone who's had their turn who is proficient in Arcana, you can make an Arcana check if you want. Starting with Mahkah, followed by Jean Lamore, if you want to identify this shield. Well, you can try to identify anything, really.
I do not have proficiency.
Okay, so I think I just called it a shield guardian, but it doesn't matter. This looks like some kind of... I think she called it a shield guardian, so that's fine. But you're not able to recall any specific information about these so-called shield guardians, Mahkah.
Okay.
And it is going to start its turn by kind of... Let me see. Okay. It's like a modified version of a shield guardian, a little bit different. Okay, it is just going to kind of continue its like charge into this magic energy of the shatter. Oops, sorry. And it's just gonna like stomp over this ground here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It moves over to here and it kind of like punches down towards Kensei. And misses.
Nope.
And it's gonna make a follow-up punch.
Nope.
Misses again, so more. Alright. Okay. Rhea is going to immediately charge over here with her horse. It just like rears up on her hind legs and she lifts her longsword up into the sky and like charges at this shield guardian, and she will try to smack it with a longsword.
Whoa.
Nice. Alright. But it... let me see. Oh no, it doesn't mind the non-magical damage, so it'll take the full 16. And she will follow up with the second longsword attack. But misses. And then she'll have a crack with a short sword as well. Misses. Okay, Ethel.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. And that has 3 rays of fire on it. I want to do 1 on the big guy and then 2 on my rival old lady. I hate
Okay.
And I think it says I have to roll an attack for each one of them.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Oops, sorry, fuck. Ignore that.
Oh, I see.
That was a big thing that you were just putting down there. What was that?
I was just trying
Actually, I'm protesting.
I was just trying to measure. Okay, so...
First one on the big guy, and then the other 2 on the rival old lady.
Okay. You probably in future you would need to specify which ones before you see the roll.
I was just...
But they all hit, so that's fine.
Alright.
So roll the damage for each of them.
Oh, is it damage for each one? This is a lot of dice.
Separate attack rolls, separate damage.
Wow, okay. The first one.
Okay, 11 damage.
I guess I like rolling a lot of dice, so this is good.
4 and 9. And so 60 feet. So as you see these rays of like powerful heated energy strike half blue dragon mage. Interesting. Sorry, ignore me. As you see them strike Satir Fiona Hune, she kind of she cries out in pain, but then you see this shield guardian kind of glow with energy, and it almost looks like where you hit Satir, they're in those like same positions on the shield guardian, they kind of light up with a similar kind of colored scorching energy, and the shield guardian itself, even though it hasn't been struck by anything at that immediate point, it kind of like staggers and shudders a little bit, and you get the impression that maybe it's like absorbing some of the damage that you've done to Satir.
All right, we gotta get rid of that thing.
So it will absorb half rounded up. So what are we? 13. So what's that? 6? 7.
Mm-hmm.
7 damage. And she will just take the 5. No, the 6. Okay. Anything else?
I'll take, like, just hide a little bit. That's it.
Alright. Alina.
I don't know how well this is going to work out, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to control this mage hand.
Okay.
And,
Mage hand.
we're gonna go. Yep.
You should be able to move that hand.
Okay. Before I do that bonus action, I'm going to take a few steps forward.
All right. Also, that hand doesn't necessarily have to... Yeah, you can, like, start it wherever you like.
Oh. Okay.
Within, like, 30 feet or something?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like here. Whatever.
Okay.
All right. I am now going to use that invisible mage hand to slap this horse on the ass in hopes, in a fashion that it goes this way towards her. That's my hope. And
I like
that the jostling of the cart possibly knocks the guy over or gives him a bump in some sort on the way by, is my attempt.
Okay. I will say that because the horses aren't in initiative, that I'll just do what they do now. This horse, it does respond to the slap, and it lets out a loud whinny and begins trying to like run in that direction. It like pulls in that trying to run that way. But because the wheel on the side of the cart is on the ground, it's unable to like pull the cart, and so it's like just tied to this horse, and it's like running, like trying to like get out of the way, but it can't actually pull the cart. The cart like maybe moves like like 3 feet forwards or something.
I thought maybe it was stake broken.
But as you do that, I will say that this individual here is revealed.
Okay, well.
Because they have to sort of stabilize themselves as this whole cart sort of like lurches forwards. And this person is this like 7 foot tall, like feral looking monster covered in hair with like long arms and pointy ears and sharp teeth. And it's wearing studded leather armor with a gold design, similar in appearance to the shield of the Hidden Lord itself. And it's holding this spear and shield. And obviously looks like it's about to attack as well. Anything else?
That is all.
Okay, Kensei.
Alright, we're going to try a few things. First off, main action. We are going to use up 2 charges on the shield. Because, thematically, it fits!
Sweet. Wall of fire.
So,
I'm going to say that Satir will... Oh no, she hasn't had a turn. Never mind. Continue.
yeah. Alright, hold on. So that should be funny. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, we'll do it like this. It's like a template.
Okay.
Of just kind of like, he just goes like, yo, witch tits! Just like raises up the shield as a wall fire, just emits immediately.
And the shield is like, fire!
And so, how does this work? So yeah, and I think it has to. Why was he?
Oh yeah, so when the wall appears, she needs to, and the shield guardian both need to immediately make the dex save, it looks like.
Yep, and
Okay.
I'll roll the damage real quick.
Okay, so she passes. The shield guardian...
Okay,
Oh my god.
sir.
Oh my god, I was so close to using my one portent out of old lady spite, and then I was like, it'll be fine. There's no way they both can. 2 nat 20s.
Alright, so, but it, half damage, I imagine. Is it?
Yeah, half damage.
Half damage.
Also, for the record of the wall of fire, the heat on it is coming on this side.
Okay. And this half damage, I just realized she will also take half of that, and the Shield Guardian will take it instead. So 11, it's half of 11, 5.
5.
So, and then it'll take 6, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As much sense as it usually does, yes.
Alright. Anything else?
Then I will use a bonus action, and I will use Manifest Echo.
Okay.
And bring out good old Cold Man. So I can find him. There he is. I'm gonna put him right here. Right there. And we are going to start some wombo combo times. And I will use an action surge because I feel like this is a very important moment to use it.
Okay.
Because fuck these things in particular. And we are going to start with 2 attacks against the Shield Guardian. Attack. Normal.
17 hits.
Alright, cool.
But it, hold on, sorry. Sorry, my bad. It's gonna react. Oh, never mind. It's within 5 feet of its... Oh no, it can only do that when its master is hit. Never mind. Okay, so 7 bludgeoning.
Alright.
And you're attacking with the Konobo, obviously. Alright.
And I'm going to use my second attack. Normal.
Nice.
There we go.
18. Awesome.
And then I will use a Unleash Incarnation feature and attack for a 3rd time, this time using the attacking the tiefling dude. Or
Okay.
not tiefling dude, the demonic looking motherfucker. This guy.
Alright.
Normal.
Hit.
Range.
Nice. 13. Let me just see. So what sort of damage does it do? It just does the... It's using the Konobo, basically. Is that how it works? Okay. So,
Yeah, it's just allowing me to attack at range for like a melee weapon.
okay, cool. Alright, so he will take the full 13. Alright. Seems good. Is that everything?
Yep, that's it. That's
Okay,
it.
sweet. Awesome. Okay, alright, so at this point, and I'll say actually now that it's this winged tiefling's turn, anyone who is proficient in Arcana, History, or Religion, you can give me a check if you want to see if you can identify him, if you have already had your turn. Okay, so where was Alina in the order? Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't look like anyone is entirely sure what this guy is.
Dang, that's
Okay. So as he kind of comes into form and this false shape of this farmer disappears around him, and he kind of looks at you all and cackles. He points at, let me see, he points over at Ethel as she kind of like runs away. And he is going to whisper these words that echo seemingly all around, but then they kind of almost transfer inside your head, Ethel, and you can hear this whispering, strange, disembodied voice in your head, just kind of mumbling these strange, infernal words that you don't recognize. So give me a wisdom save.
Ethel will be right back.
Oh, does it say be right back in the chat?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do it for her. Hopefully she gets the DM bonus rather than the DM curse. Nice.
She does.
All right. He looks a little bit frustrated, and then he's going to, let me see. He jumps forward one, and he like stabs at Lenari with this strange iron blade. Sorry, I described him as having a spear, but I have changed this since. He's carrying this sword, rather, this dark iron sword.
Is she still 30 feet in the air?
She is, but he flies up 30 feet into the air.
Oh, okay, he's flying. Okay.
So opportunity attack from the echo.
Yeah, go for it.
So gonna do that. So we need to pick up Sentinel at some point.
Hit. Nine bludgeoning. All right. Okay, and he misses Lenari, but he's going to try to have another swing at her. And this one hits for slashing. And she cries out in pain as this strange blade like pierces her flesh, and you see this like creepy dark energy kind of like burst out from the wound as it pierces her, and it sort of almost envelops her a little bit for a moment as she lets out this cry. And she will make a concentration check. Whoa! So she also falls 30 feet. As she loses concentration on the fly spell, and she's going to take a little bit of falling damage. She takes 6 falling damage, 6 bludgeoning damage. And he can fly 60, so he's like 30 up in the air. Oh fuck! I keep doing that. And he's actually going to continue to fly away. He like flies another 30 feet over to here, laughing the whole time. Luna.
Going to give the help action. Oh, not that close to the fire. No. On the golem.
Okay.
And then fly out.
Okay. So Satir at this moment, she casts a similar spell to the one Lenari did. She's going to cast Fly. And she's also kind of enveloped by this energy and lifts up into the air. And she'll lift up by also like 30 feet. But she's going to lift up over to kind of here, away from this flaming wall. And I think that's pretty much all that she can do. Actually, how far does Fly let you do? It's like 60, isn't it?
Yeah, 60.
She's actually going to go higher up than that. She's going to go the full 60. Cat.
Hatt is gonna come over here and be a nuisance.
Yeah, he's
like 30 feet in the air.
he's like 30 feet
What?
in the air. Sorry.
Oh, oops. That's okay. That's still, it hurts my feelings. You should actually have him be on the ground. Come over here instead. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's good. And give the help action on this guy.
Okay. The cat
Also,
kind of
just
like-
for future reference, once I've had my turn again, I get my reaction again
Yes.
into my next
Yes.
one? Okay.
Yep.
Also, you can't counterspell fly when someone's already in the air, so they fall down and take damage, right? That's
You have to
not how that
counter.
works. Okay.
You have to
'Cause that would be
react
funny.
to. You have to react to the casting of the spell.
All right, that's fair.
unfortunately.
Maybe I just wanted her to fall 60 feet.
There is dispel magic that you
Yeah.
can do, and that will do what you want.
Yeah.
All right,
But you have to guess it.
I'll look into that.
Or you can like break her concentration if you hit her with something.
Yeah.
That is true.
Me.
Well,
New
Uh,
goal.
Okay, this big, long-haired, hairy guy. He sees this cat jump up and get in his way. He is just going to actually try to. He just tries to kick it. I'm just going to basically give him.
What? I put my cat in another dangerous situation and now it's in trouble? What? The consequences of my own actions?
This will be Dex. Anyway, we'll see. -20 plus 4. It'll just be. Well, it'll be enough to hit. Oh, so the cat is like 12. Does it actually have 12 as an armor class? I assume it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, I should have given it my one important roll on something so important as my cat.
But I think. Wait, do you get your proficiency? Oh yeah, of course you do. You would, yeah, you would, because he knows how to kick. Okay, so he's going to kick this thing, but he's just going to do like it's just 1d4. He's just kicking it. Okay, but he's still he
Because my
kicks
cat,
it.
guys, I had my cat for one round. I'm proud of me.
He kicks it really hard. It just goes like flying, and it lands on the ground here, and it gets like trampled by this horse and dies.
Why did you give my cat a brutal death? What happened there? Could have just gone normal death.
And as it dies, it kind of like evaporates. It's just made out of energy, and everyone feels like, oh, that's okay. It's not violence to animals because it's not a real animal.
Okay, that's what you say. Whatever.
And okay, now this guy is going to jump down, and he comes over to here. Unfortunately, his multi-attack. Oh no, it just says makes 2 melee attacks. So he's going to attempt a spear marker. But misses. And okay. Okay, so at this point, you see. Let me see. Does it make sense? Yeah, so Jean Lemore, at this point, you kind of like look over to the west, to your left, and you see this strange little man appear. He's this dwarf-like character with like dark purple skin, and he's bald and he's got this bushy white beard, and you would recognize that he's probably Dwergar, and he's dressed in a chain shirt with spiked shoulder pads, and he's got this spiked shield and this big sort of warhammer type thing, this war pick. And you notice him like kind of squinting a little bit in the sunlight as he's running. So basically it seems like he was invisible, and he kind of appears as he is running towards you, and at the same time he is kind of casting this spell. And he casts it on himself and grows large while he's like running at you.
Oh.
And he's just like, And I guess, wait, how fast does he move when he's enlarged? Actually, something throws. Okay. Really, he still just moves the same as he would otherwise? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think that really changes unless you get really big.
Yeah. Okay, so he's moved, where are we? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he only makes it to here, but he's coming for you, Jean Lemore.
Spooky.
Okay, and this archer over here is going to take another shot at Mahkah with her short sword again, with her longbow. And hits. For 8 piercing. And she's going to try again for a follow-up shot. And this one misses. Okay, Lunari is going to actually chase after this guy. This winged tiefling type character. She runs over to here and she reaches, she kind of like points up to him and attempts to cast a witch bolt at him. And hits. So this kind of crackling like purple energy like arcs out from her finger and strikes him, and it doesn't go away. She kind of like holds this energy beam that's sort of connecting the two of them as he takes this damage. He's like flying in the air and turns around to face her. And let me see. Okay. So that's all she's going to do. Okay, Mahkah.
Okay. I just want to check some. Oh, I'm just trying to. I was trying to minus that damage, but for some reason I couldn't.
What are you? Oh, if it's at the bottom, is it maybe because it's at the bottom of the list? Like when you right click it, just scroll down.
Yeah, I think it's a character. I can't. Okay, I just wanted to see if I can move my character for a second. Okay. Sorry, a bit behind 8 ball there.
That's alright.
Done. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Okay. Mahkah's mind's been going at 1,000 miles an hour trying to work out what's going on here. He's like, okay, this dwarf wants to play games. He wants to disengage. 1, 2, 3. Move into that position, and he would like to wild shape into a giant constrictor snake.
Cool.
And say, JL, I've got your back.
All right.
CR2.
CR2. Sick. Giant constrictor snake.
Whoa.
That is very cool.
As my bonus action and end turn.
Okay. Wait, what was your action? Nothing?
Disengage from the creature.
Yep.
Yeah.
That thing, I mean, people would be able to identify that guy, I imagine. Did we have a check for him?
Yeah, we had a roll.
No, I don't think we rolled for him. You can give me a history check if you want to try to identify him.
Okay. Oh.
Anyone who's proficient in history.
I'll have a look now.
Sorry. 8's good. You recognize this thing as a bugbear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A distant relation to goblins and hobgoblins, but larger and covered in fur, and they're known for being dim-witted and brutish and quick to anger, as well as for being difficult to fight with because they have these kind of long arms, long hairy arms, which give them the upper hand in battle often. Jean Lemore.
Okay. Jean Lemore is going to Okay. He's gonna whisper some dissonant whispers towards this archer here, saying, "Wah! Giant snake! Don't worry, I have your back."
Okay.
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Fail.
Oh, yes.
This is the archer to the right of you, is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. She grimaces as this pain racks her brain from this psychic damage. And she will run essentially off the map to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll just put this here to just indicate that she's like 10 off the map. Is that everything?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, the shield guardian is kind of heating up. It's like the metal on its body is sort of heating up because of these flames from this flaming wall that are licking it. It is gonna struggle to go anywhere. It has to be like more than 5 feet away, I take it.
Yeah, it has to be like 10 feet away.
10 feet away. Shit. Yeah. What the fuck is it gonna do? Alright. It's going to... It kind of like... yeah, it'll sort of like lift up its arms and kind of, you know, look like it's flexing its muscles almost. And you see it kind of like this energy sort of radiate out from it a little bit as it appears to be somewhat strengthened by this little flexing that it's doing. And then it is going to hope for the best and leg it in this direction. How far can it move? Only 30 feet. That surprises me. Fucking hell. Alright. Maybe it won't leg it in that direction then. It's going to leg it in this direction. It just runs through the flames over to here. So go ahead and roll me the fire damage. Oh no, it makes a save. Makes a save first, I think.
Oh no, if it runs through, it just takes
it. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So let me bring up the wire again so I could just do it.
Okay.
With that. Okay. Yeah, I already.
That looks like it's going to be a lot of damage. 32. Okay. Alright. Its armor looks very blackened, and the wood that kind of like makes up some of its body is also like very charred looking. And as it runs over here and this fire kind of catches onto it, as the fire is like dying out, you see that it almost appears to be limping and sort of struggling to move, like struggling to kind of get over here. But it is not yet dead, and it sort of turns around to face the combat from its safe position over here. And Rhea is going to... Okay. I guess she will kind of run... Fuck. Alright, she'll move through Kensei and kind of come over to here, and she's going to attack this bugbear. So, longsword attack. Misses. Second attack.
Well, the first one had advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the help.
Nice one. Okay. So the second one misses, but I'll re-roll for the first one. Nice. Thanks for that. Does this bugbear 9 slashing damage. And she'll follow up with a short sword. For that hits as well. And it takes another 5 piercing. And Ethel.
I'm just going to do a 2nd level magic missile.
You can target the woman.
I can target the woman, and I will target the woman. I don't know why I hate this old lady so much, but I do. Deep in my bones.
Her voice.
Okay,
Honestly, yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. Yeah, they're just all going towards the old lady in the sky.
She will react by holding out her hands in front of her and casts this shield. And these magic missiles just are sort of absorbed into this shield.
Oh, that's disgusting. Gross.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anything else?
I think that might be it for me.
Alright.
I'm kind of in a weird place between a rock and a giant snake right now, so I don't really know if there's anywhere else I can go.
Between a snake in a hard place, a rock and a hard. Okay, Alina.
Alright. I'm gonna sneak on up here and stab this guy in the ass. Apparently that's my new thing.
Alright.
Booming blade. Just kidding.
Yeah, misses. Just kind of like leans out of the way.
Using my bonus action.
Yeah, that one hits. He like tries to knock your dagger out of the way with his spear, but just misses you as you just kind of get between his arm and his studded leather armor and stab him in the side of the stomach. So 6 piercing, 9 from the sneak. And then also the booming blade damage.
I have 2 now. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. I know why that is. It's because I added one and then it's adding one when I'm like updating your character. So that's the... So which one did you choose? The top one or the second one down?
Damage?
Oh, sorry, of the booming blades. Let me just try it. I just want to just very quickly check if both of them work. Okay. Okay, so 3 booming blade damage. And he also has this energy crackling around him. Alright.
That is all.
Kensei.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, hold on. So if I go... Okay, this is gonna be weird. Alright. So... Okay. So what I want to do is... Oh, this guy's fine. He's got cover bases. I'm gonna go over here. And... I might have to have the measuring tape on. So 5, 10, 15, 20... So 20, 25, 30. So I'll start making my way around him. Yeah, so I'll start making my way around this dwarven motherfucker. And instead of moving the echo, I'm just going to burn another bonus action just to have it summon.
Okay.
Manifest echo. So I'm going to have it just reappear like 15 feet closer to him, like in the air. And then I'm going to use the free action to move it up to 30 feet, so he's in melee.
Okay, sweet.
We go like, so you talk a big game and then you have your golem run through the fire. Yes, clearly you have brought the right reinforcements that you so desire. As I'm just going to I'm going to start first hitting this guy, and we'll go from there, because I'm probably just use Unleash Incarnation again.
The winged guy, I take it?
The Durgar for the first hit, and then from there I'll see what happens.
Okay, sweet.
I don't mean to confuse you with this stuff, it's just okay.
It's alright. Okay, so let me just quickly check to see that you have... no, okay, yes, okay, sweet, yes, that hits.
Alright.
12 bludgeoning. And this is actually a concentration spell that he has. And he fails... Oh no. Yes, he fails a con save and shrinks down before your eyes.
One smack and I deflate you already. And then I will take another swing at the dwarf.
Right.
Durgar. Purple bitch.
Hit. Nice. Alright. You just like smash him in the head. Just crack his skull. He falls over backwards dead.
Oh no, I really deflate you now.
Or this air comes out of his head and he just shrivels up like a balloon.
I will then use another Unleash Incarnation to make a third attack against the flying dude now.
Okay.
Flying demon.
Did you get a turn alert just then?
No, I didn't.
Awesome. I think it worked.
I don't know when it went up.
20 hits. 18, 8 bludgeoning. Sweet.
8 bludgeoning, not 18. I would love 18, but...
Okay.
Alright, that is my turn.
Okay. Cadrus, who he was announced as Cadrus by Lady JinxIII. He just kind of like looks at the cold man and sort of smirks, and he's gonna then fly back down at Linari as she's kind of like holding this crackling energy beam on him, and he just again, sorry. Oh yeah, you can have an op attack.
I mean, I'll happily take one.
That hits. 13. Sweet. Alright. And he's going to try to stab at Linari. Okay. As he lands on the ground in front of Linari, and she's like holding this purple crackling energy beam, and it's just you know, extending from her hands into his chest, he just like grins at her and thrusts this strange iron blade directly into her chest, and it just goes right through her and comes out the other side, and she cries out in pain and falls to the ground. And she is like, she just lets out this like, it is just this blood curdling scream. Like this blade has done an enormous amount of damage to her, as it's, well, enough, it's done slashing, but it's done like enough damage to her to take her down. And this strange dark energy from the sword is like crackling all around her. She's lying on her back, like, and she just lets out this scream, and you all see this like blood like pooling around her. And this winged tiefling-like creature, Cadrus, like cackles with glee, and he like flies across the ground over to Kensei, and he's going to take a second swing at you.
And Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna give him a beautiful one, but I was too late.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Too late.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
I mean,
not-
as in you can give him a 1 for this one.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I haven't rolled the damage.
Okay.
Just before the damage is fine. Okay, so he completely misses on this one. He's cackling too loud and is distracted. And he then is going to... he can't actually see... Actually, Ethel, do you need to see somebody to be able to do that?
Oh, I don't know. I will look.
Important. I feel like maybe you don't, but...
Oh, it says any creature that you can see. How
you
tall
do.
is this rock? Can I do a little jump?
I'm going to say no. It's a big boulder. You can
Okay.
hide behind it. Like, it's big enough for, like, you know, this shield guardian and whatnot to hide behind it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so he is able to hit you, Kensei, and he'll do 14 slashing.
yes.
And
But is it
what were you concentrating on
fire?
again?
The wall of fire, but I'm actually trying to recall it. Just I want to look up something real quick. Keep going, because
Oh yeah, so the shield will make the
doesn't it?
yeah. So the shield makes the con save when you're damaged,
Well,
but it'll use its con save.
no concentration required. So
Oh, does it say that?
Fire's going to be up there for a minute. Yeah, it says that.
Oh, nice. Okay, no worries. Yeah, because I was actually
So
just
let me
looking at
remove
that with
that.
some of the other spells that I gave it, and I was saying that was the case with them. But this one, if that's what it says, that's what it says. All right. So no problems there anyway. Okay, and it now is going to.
Wait, I didn't mean to give my blower. Sorry. Trying to remove it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It is going to reach out after it strikes you and attempt to charm you. So give me a wisdom save.
Yep. Nope.
Shit. Okay, so you are charmed.
All right, shield, charm me.
And yeah, Kadris again just kind of bares his fangs and grins at you. Luna.
He's going to hit this one for help. Because I'm annoyed. Oh my god, she's come from the board. I don't like that. And then fly out.
She what, sorry?
I said she came off the board, not
Oh yeah, because
Luna,
I'm
but
trying to...
Lunari, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I'm trying to like give her the symbol I want without making her go invisible, but I think, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, help action. Alright. Satir is going to... she's going to fly... Actually, from all the way up there, she can easily target anyone. And let me see. Okay, she's going to fly over... There's allies there. What does she want to do? Okay. She is going to cast a spell over here. Like this. So everyone in that square, give me a DC 14 dexterity save.
I'm sorry, did she fall out of the sky for doing that?
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right. She's concentrating.
Make her fall out of the sky. Come on, that would be so funny.
Nah, she's not going to fall out of the
Let's work,
sky.
Ethel.
She would know. She would know not to do that. Yeah, good point, though. Okay, in that case, she will just...
Trying to cheat again.
You told us that you cheated last time, and now we're keeping an eye out.
All of you fucking cheat all the time. That's why I said that. Okay, she's going to fly over to here. And I think she's still like 10 feet away. Like, does that... Or do you have to actually be... She'll kind of hover over here. Or maybe here. And she's going to target someone. See who. So 2 will be the snake. And she's going to just cast a bunch of magic missiles. She's going to cast at level 5. And we'll do 35 damage.
Oh.
Want a new pair of snakeskin boots?
Alright. And this bugbear is just going to continue fighting Alina. Try to spear you. And misses. And he'll try to spear you again. And hits.
I'm going to use my reaction and take half damage.
Okay. So 6 damage. And he's also going to try to smash you with his shield and like push you over. And hits, so give me a DC 15 strength save. And
Is there such a thing as 2d5?
Where does it say that?
On the damage.
2d5.
It rolled the 2d5, so I'm like...
The fuck?
What, for who?
What does the D5 look like?
For the shield bash.
Can
Why
you
can't I
roll it
see
again
that?
so we can see what a D5 looks like?
I'm so confused. Oh, the damage roll. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh yeah, 2d5. Shield bash. 2d5 plus 2. That is really weird. I mean, you can do it because you just roll 2d10s and then use like, 2 is a 1, 1 to 2 is a 1, 3 to 4 is a... I don't know. That's probably something that I did and I just wasn't thinking right when I did it. But I'm going to stick to it because you can technically do it. 17 passes though, so you're not knocked over or anything.
If you Google a D5, there are weird shapes. They're all really weird.
Oh, they do exist?
Apparently,
Yeah.
but they're all weird.
Okay.
I don't like change.
I don't like new dice.
Alright. Let me think. At this point, the shield, kind of feeling that you, Kensei, have been charmed by Cadris. Let me see. It says, ridiculous knights, what good have you done for me after all this time? You bicker and argue and fight amongst yourselves. Well now, you shall fight each other yet again. You wish to charm us, we will charm you. And it's going to attempt to charm Cadris.
Oh, this is going to be so fucking hilarious.
And so Cadris will make a DC 8. No, it should be DC 21.
Whoa.
However, Cadris... Oh, I thought he would have been... Oh, interesting. He doesn't have any resistance to that. Okay, so he is charmed.
I thought you were going to be like, he has like a plus 20, so he's actually very wise.
So, what happens now?
I don't know. I jumped
hold
into
hands.
this without thinking ahead about the consequences.
Well, as if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
So the target of the charm... so the charm will not half of the benefactor until the spell ends. Charmed creature regards the benefactor as a friendly acquaintance. So basically, it's going to regard you as a friendly acquaintance. And basically, in order to use its charm that it has on you, it needs to use its bonus action to give you a command. But because it regards you as a friendly acquaintance, it might.
So are we just going like good day, and just part ways?
I kind of think so. I don't know. Because it wouldn't, I mean, it still has the same enemies that it did before. I mean, well, it regards you as a friendly acquaintance, so it might, like, it would still potentially command you to attack its enemies. Right? I mean, like, it sees that you're a warrior, like...
Yo, don't do that.
Oh, yeah, but the shield says... Yeah, true. So the shield... Well, so the thing is that charm person from the shield is just, it just makes, like, the shield can't actually, like, command Cadras to do anything. It's like a different type of charm, right? Like, the shield's charm is, like, just sort of regular charm, whereas Cadras has this, like, fiendish charm. So it can't exactly command him, but Cadras just sees Kensei as, like, a friend, and yeah.
Can the shield just say, hey, just let my boy be and he will be fine?
Let me think. What would the shield do? The shield... Sorry, guys, I didn't think about this. It's a weird situation. The shield is going to actually say... it's actually going to say... Shed as much blood as possible. That's what it's going to say.
Well, you guys are fucked.
Okay. At this point, the archer is going to return. So 10, it comes back 10 from outside the map. 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It just basically ends up back where it was. And it's going to then try to fire one at Alina. Alina, you'll have some cover. And so it misses. And then it will try to fire one at Jean Lemore. Jean Lemore, you'll also have some cover. And, let me see. It's pretty much just this one horse. So yes, that actually still hits you. And it's going to do 9 piercing damage. Okay, Lanari is lying on the ground, choking on her own blood. Mahkah, the giant constrictor snake.
Lanari... Oh no, it's a quick game. Is she on death saves? Like, she's not possible? Like, she's... Because what I want to do is...
Yep.
And let me know if it's an action or not. Being a snake, I want to go to Lanari, pick her up, wrap her up as a snake, and just bring her back in front of, like, and drop her off in front of, like, Ethel and John Lemore in the middle to help her out.
So I'll say that you looking at her, you think that she's kind of done for, that she's dying.
Okay, so I definitely would like to do that.
Okay,
if that's possible.
Yeah, you can still do that.
Now, would that be my action?
It will take an action to essentially grapple her without her resisting, and then you'll need to use like half of your, like it'll be difficult terrain to like drag her somewhere.
Even though like I'm massive, huge, and she's medium size.
Let me see. Oh, it'll use one attack action firstly, rather than your entire action. I have previously told me to do it that way. I don't know if that will make a difference for you. It looks like you just have one bite.
Yeah,
but
that's
yes,
correct.
even though you're large, you'll still it won't have an effect on that, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'd like to safely pick up Lanari in snake form.
Okay.
Wrap her up and move her and place her in cover around the wheel there just in front of Ethel, into that position there.
So we'll say that like you basically need to drag her there, and so I suppose she would kind of drag around you like this, like 5, 10, 15 potentially. So that would use, we can say that would use half your movement.
Okay. Yep, that's good.
Okay.
And I'm just glancing over at the two tieflings there, just like nodding to each other. Good day, good day. And just moving to into that position. That's all. Thanks, and end turn.
Okay, Jean Lemore.
Okay, so would Jean Lemore, looking at Lanari, know that, like, she could be revived?
You don't, you can't say for sure. You don't know.
Okay, well, in that case, Jean Lemore is gonna move. Okay. Can he squeeze through the snake and the horse? Okay, and then I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Tiona.
Okay.
And so that is a wisdom save?
Let me just think though. She is going to, where are we? So she used the shield already to block those. Wait, when was that though? That was before her turn. Ethel cast before her turn. She's going to counter your spell.
Does she need to roll anything to counter my spell?
If it's a 3rd level spell, then no.
Okay.
3rd level blow.
Damn you, Theona! And okay. And I will bonus action healing word to Lanari.
Okay.
Can't you use 2 level spells?
Oh yeah.
Oh crap! Sorry, I keep doing that. My bad. I will not do that. And I will run back through these 2.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It took you to, it was 25 to get there.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
5,
then
10,
I'll
15,
stay
20,
here.
25. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. This Shield Guardian at this point is going to actually cast a spell as well. And it is also going to be this spell. Again, the ground appears to go black as all of these tentacles begin reaching out. Does anyone do anything?
So, quick question. Wait, hold on. How does this work? Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta look up something real quick.
I am also looking up something real quick.
Well, it's... Okay, because of the wall of fire, it is opaque. So I don't think it actually could see the location of where it's trying to cast the spell.
Oh, okay. I
'Cause
can't see through the wall of fire. Let me see. Where does it say opaque?
So I think... So,
Which paragraph?
that should be the first one.
First one. Small surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet. 20 feet in diameter. Thick. The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration. Okay, sweet. So it cannot do that. Because I think you're right. I think it will need to see.
Through the fire.
Yeah, that you can see. Okay. Alright, so it doesn't do that. In that case, what the fuck does it do?
Listen, you can use the tentacle spells at some point, I promise. It seems cool.
Okay. Well, then. Alright, it's going to use its self-repair action again.
Oh no.
And it definitely doesn't have this help action on it anymore, I don't think. And I guess it's just going to try to, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I don't even know if it can go that way because, like, yeah, I'm going to say it can probably squeeze through there. It's pretty skinny looking, but it can't end its turn in there, so it's just going to run to there, basically, and stop. Okay, Rhea is going to attack this bugbear. Miss. And hit. 7 slashing. And the short sword. Okay. 5 piercing damage. Okay, Ethel.
Okay, I have a lot of options here. I do not know what the best option is. Because is Lenari, like, she's not dead, right?
She looks to you like she is on the verge of death. She has this black energy coming out of this wound on her stomach and kind of enveloping her, and she's coughing up blood, but that's all you can tell.
Okay. Did we decide that it was a bonus action to feed someone a potion? Or what type of action is that for me to just yoink it into her mouth?
It's usually an action.
All right.
But hold on, let me... Oh, so just to feed somebody unconscious, yeah, it'll be an action.
All right, I'll do that. I think that's my best bet.
Okay.
That's the 2d4, right?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2, I think. I can never remember potions of healing. Yeah, plus 2.
See if that does anything.
As you tip this potion into her mouth, she kind of coughs and splutters a little bit. But otherwise, nothing appears to happen. Nothing seems to happen. She still looks like she's on the verge of death.
All right, so I don't know how this works because I was like, if she's doing some sort of save or anything, I can give her the 20 that I got in my portent, but I don't know what she's doing, you know?
You don't know what a save is.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, functionally, I never know what a save is with the portent rolls. I'm just being like, this would be helpful, you know? I don't know, let me reach into the timeline and fuck some stuff up. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, true. I get what you mean.
Mechanically. Yeah, so...
Yeah, you get the feeling that you don't feel that energy, that sort of time warping style energy in this situation. You reach out with your mind and you feel unable to kind of grasp onto any time links in order to reshape them.
Okay. Then I give her a little kiss on the forehead and I move on. Okay. I'll come over.
And then you just step on her.
Yeah, I step on her body. I go, sorry, I can't help you. Goodbye. I'll just come over here so I can finally see people. And then I think that's it for me. I don't think there's anything else I can do for her.
Okay. Alina.
I'm going to be visibly distraught and angry, kind of shaking, and I'm gonna yell to Kensei. I'm like, if you've somehow charmed this fucking thing, stop whatever he's doing to her. And I'm gonna stab this asshole again. I didn't mean to move. And booming blade. God damn it.
Yeah, miss.
And again.
I think I gave you actually an offhand dagger. Oh no, it's not there. That's strange. I swear I did that. Oh well. Yeah, 30 misses as well. Sorry.
You're too distraught. That's fine.
Okay, so Kensei.
Okay.
You currently regard this fiendish-looking fellow as a friend. Let me see.
So I do anything to him.
Because you're Kensei, you would stab a friend. Yeah, so it says you're an ally of Cadrus and you regard him as a trusted friend. But he hasn't given you any particular direction, so it doesn't preclude you from doing anything else that you might otherwise do.
So, I'm just going. So, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. I'm just over here and finish up what I've been just doing. You keep up the, and I'm just gonna over here. Okay, man. Let them out. Pour them out. I'm just going to the section. Teleport the cold man just right. I'm just gonna say, like, right here.
Okay.
And, just to make things interesting, I'm gonna move more space, so he's gonna, he hide his way out. No.
All right.
And we're gonna do a series of X and see what happens.
That hits. Nice. Nine bludgeoning. Takes it.
Alright, next one. No. I don't think that's gonna hit.
Miss, yeah.
And I'm going to use it for I accidentally hurt some I should kind of care for. Or I'm using Unleash on Carnation one last time. And make a third attack against the shield. Cool.
That hits.
Cool.
9 bludgeoning. Nice. Again, the ring of this iron of the armor of this shield guardian just echoes out between these rocks.
All right. Enter.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. So, Cadrus has been told to cause as much bloodshed as possible. He also regards you as a friend. He sees you attacking this shield guardian. I guess as a friend, like, he figures, oh, Kensei's doing what he loves doing. He's attacking a shield guardian. I'm not going to tell him to do what he doesn't like doing. So he just goes elsewhere and he attacks the nearest creature that he's not friends with, which is this Mahkah snake.
Always going off and something I don't care for. By me.
But actually, he will fly up into the air. Oh, fuck, I keep doing that.
It's just such a strange combat.
And he will kind of lob this motor fire at you. But miss. And he, I believe, can do 2. The multi-attack, yeah, allows him to do either. This one hits. Any reactions? Okay. He deals you 6 fire damage. And he also laughs and says, ha ha ha, none were ever healed who was struck by my blade. Luna.
You're gonna claw his fucking eyeballs out.
Okay.
Play out again.
Alright. What's she concentrating on? Oh yeah, the flying spell. Okay. She is going to fly over to here. And she holds out both of her hands, or she points actually the head of the staff in your direction, Jean Lemore. You kind of look up at her as she does this, and she's kind of cackling, and as she laughs, you see these sparks of electrical energy gathering around her, and she also begins crackling. And oh, what's happening? Oh, I don't have a 3rd level spell slot. That's bad news for you, because I'm going to upcast it to 4th level.
Oh.
And she...
So...
Yes?
Oh,
Can I
sorry, go on.
counterspell that?
No.
I have to roll, right? If I want to do that?
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
You can do the after 20 if you really want to.
I feel like that's, I'm trying not to let Lenara die nat 20. So
Well,
I just
it
do a
seems
flat
like
D20?
So it's DC 14, and it's a make a what do you do? A intelligence check. That all works. So it equals 10 plus the spell's level, so it's DC 14. Make an ability check using your spell. Yeah, so it's an intelligence check.
So, no, mine is wisdom, right? No, I'm intelligence. I forgot how my character works. I take back what I said.
Wizard's intelligence. Come on. Yeah, nice.
Hooray!
Okay. She counters your counterspell, though.
I heard that, Lou.
And she's, but it's, I mean, you're using up her resources pretty well, though.
I still don't like her.
Why? I am very likable in my own way. Give me a dex save, Jean Lemore and Mahkah.
Okay. Isn't she still flying? Like, does she lose concentration on the flying spell?
Is it a concentration spell? No, it's not a concentration spell.
No, lightning bolt.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, lightning bolt. Oh, okay, sorry. All good.
Good. I'm glad. I didn't check. I was like, oh fuck. I done it again.
Okay.
I'm going to give Jean Lemore the nat 20 on the save for that. That's a lot of damage.
Awesome.
I don't think it's a reaction, right? I can do that? I think I was just reading it and it doesn't seem like it's a reaction. It's really weird language, though.
It just says you can just do it, does it? I think it does. Important. You can, yeah, it just says you can replace. Yeah.
That's so weird.
And 15. Awesome. Okay, so you'll take half the damage.
Oh.
36 lightning damage. Oh, that is exactly enough to take Jean Lemore down.
Wait, so...
oh no, sorry, but you're only taking half. My bad.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Ethel. Oh my goodness.
We need a healer. We need a buddy who can heal people.
Is there a cleric in the house? Is there a cleric?
And yeah, that's all that does. And she will do nothing else. Okay. This guy's going to continue fighting Alina. That'll hit.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction to half that one.
Okay. That is 5 damage. And he will... This one, he's going to target Rhea. And hits. For 11 damage. And then he's going to try to shield bash Alina again. Looks like that hits. So give me a strength save. Nice. Okay. Want anything to happen here? Kensei is like charmed. Yeah, okay, the shield at this point is like, yes, destroy. Do not let them take me. You are stronger than they are. You're more powerful. Kill this shield guardian, Kensei. Kill them all. And it's going to give you a little motivational speech.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
And it's up to 5 creatures in range. Is it? Oh yeah, up to 5 creatures within range that can hear it. The duration, each affected creature gets 5 temporary hit points, and the range is 60 feet. So it is also going to encourage. Let me see. From Kensei.
Oh, this would be handy before this thing charged me.
So it'll get the snake. It'll get Jean Lemore. It'll get Ethel. Snake, Jean Lemore, Ethel, Kensei, and it'll get and Alina.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Cool. So just 5 temp hit points. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, who did it get again?
Just all 5 players. All 5 characters. Main characters. Okay. This archer is going to try to hit Alina. And hits. For 3 piercing. And follow up with the second one. But misses. Benari doesn't do anything. Mahkah. Mahkah snake.
Okay. Mahkah snake will like to move into. Sorry, is that? Oh, sorry. I want to cut into the. Sorry, I'm a big boy trying to get the hang of this. So anything within 5 feet of the fire, okay. All good. And I'm going to
You won't be able to do anything from there because you're in Jean Lemore's space.
Oh yeah, true. I'm just having a look to see what. Yeah, I think that's right there. Now was it 5 feet from the wall, 10 feet from the wall? The fire
10
wall?
feet.
10 feet.
Okay. Will that affect me from it's not 50% of the token?
Yes.
Yes, it will affect me, or
Yeah,
no?
it will affect you, yeah.
Okay.
Just because you are within 10 feet.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just go back to my original position.
I know your pain. I've been struggling with this wall as well.
Yeah. I'm a big boy. Well, there's only one other target here, so and down one.
He actually is in the air though.
Oh, is he flying?
But
he's flying. Okay.
But for some reason, wait, hold on. I'm certain he was meant to fly up in the air because he was like shooting at you from the air.
Yeah, you said that. He launched it from the air. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. I'll just go back, restart.
Just constrict yourself.
There.
Choke yourself. Choke the snake.
Oh, that's 15. That's 10. How high would you say the snake is? So it's 15 by 15. But what about his height?
There's no rules for like how tall a large creature is, or so we would just have to kind of imagine that it's like a snake. So what are you trying to do?
Well, because he's actually got like a 10-foot reach with his bite. So I'm thinking if I'm coiled up, that maybe I could hit the flying tiefling.
I'm going to say that the 10 feet reach is itself kind of a description of that, I think. I don't think you could go 30 feet up.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Everything you try. No.
No. Okay. So if you bear with me, let's see if we can go this way. Can I make my way around the wagon if that's okay?
Yeah. I mean, you can only move 30 feet. So that's 25 feet. So the wagon. Yeah, I mean, I'll say that's fine. What you're doing is fine. That's.
Oh fuck. And then I'll dash into. Oh jeez. Sorry guys.
Okay.
You can do that. That's fine.
You know what? Sorry. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna hold an action to strike when an enemy is within range.
Okay.
After all that. Sorry.
That's alright. Alright, Jean-Lemoire.
Okay. I am going to try to hypnotize these. But also, sorry, before I do that, I should have done a bardic inspo to unsettling words. Her.
Okay, awesome. I hope this works. I love hypnotic pattern, man. Okay, so she will have. Oh yeah, so roll the bardic.
Oh yeah, sorry. D8 roll. Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. And so this will get the bugbear as well. Is that right?
Yes.
It's like 120 feet. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes. Also
so
the horses.
Okay. So I'll start with Lady Thione. So she's got, what was it, -5?
Yep.
Alright. What is it? It's 15 or something, isn't it? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's 15.
So she fails. The horses fail, I'll just say automatically. They just go into a stupor. And the bugbear also make the save.
Oh, he goes.
Doesn't go
he
into
passes.
Yeah, he passes.
Okay.
Okay, so she is now going to, you'll get your wish, Ethel, she's going to fall 60 feet from the sky.
Hooray!
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 66
Whoa.
as she comes
Wow.
plummeting down. 26 damage. Face first into the side of this cart, just ungracefully, just. And
Oh, no.
Better than another broken hip.
and she is like lying on the ground, like kind of writhing around in a stupor. She's definitely prone.
Ooh.
And she's not dead yet, but she is like severely wounded.
So she's taken damage, so she doesn't have any hypnotic pattern anymore on her.
But that's okay. 'cause
yes,
she
that's
fell
correct,
60
yeah.
feet.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna run away now.
Okay.
Is that? I think that's 20. Oh, sorry. 20 feet.
Up, down, do 20,
as
25, 30. Yep.
as a object interaction, I'm gonna sling my loot.
Okay. All right. Oh, sorry.
No.
Okay. This shield guardian is going to. Okay, it's going to attack the cold man. Won't do anything cool. Not really. It's just going to try to punch the cold man. This like swirling black energy here. It hits. He's just one
Yep,
hit one, right? Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
Cold man
he gone.
And I'm going to say, because of what I previously said, that he's not going to be able to move. Won't be able to move there because, well, actually, I think it can because this square as well. Okay, I say it can move here, but it wouldn't be able to like.
Would you say it would be squeezed?
Yeah, I'll stick to what I previously said, which is that it would be squeezed, and you can't choose to be squeezed, so it is actually unable to reach you. And so it doesn't have any other options, so it just stands there, like just motionless, kind of staring at you with this empty helm. Rhea will continue to attack this bugbear. And hit. This fucking bugbear is resilient. Alright. Hits again. 9 slashing. And with the short sword, just whacking this thing from horseback. Nice. Okay. And this bugbear is looking pretty bloodied now. Ethel.
I'm going to do a Scorching Ray. I like this spell. It's like Magic Missile, but it does more damage. But also, it's a lot of rolling. And I'm gonna do all 3 on Mr. Fly Charmed Man.
Okay. That one hits.
Ooh.
That one misses.
Ooh, that's illegal.
This is why it's not as good as Magic Missile, because I miss sometimes.
And that one misses.
Okay, that's disappointing.
Okay. And it's doing fire damage. You see, as he gets like struck by this scorching ray, he seems to absorb some of the damage as well.
That's it for me. I'm hiding amongst the people. It's definitely a great option, and it's not a bad thing that we're all in one giant group.
If only I could get a fucking area of effect spell off, it wouldn't be so good. Okay. Alina. Might be on mute. Perhaps. Nope. Alina?
Going to attack this guy again.
Okay. He hasn't even gotten to make use of his long arms. Okay, 17. He is going to parry that attack. With his spear, he just knocks your blade out of the way.
Try to stab him with my other one then.
Miss.
God damn it. That's all I can do.
Okay, Kensei.
Alright, I'm going to, following slightly the command words, I am going to go down a little bit, just seeing kind of like this battle unfolding and just seeing a lot of shit, just kind of like drawing out long enough. I'm going to use the final charge and just gonna go. We're just gonna blow shit up. Oh, come on, stop bringing up the sheet, I didn't care for that. Alright. Where the fuck do I want to put it?
Sorry we haven't had a 5-minute break, guys.
Yeah, like right there.
What are you doing to those horses, man?
Alright. Okay.
They're in the line of fire. Fuck them. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. It makes me feel better about doing, like, animal cruelty. Okay, so Fiona Hune will do the...
She gets a 1.
I'm going to...
She used her reaction on her turn when she cast Lightning Bolt. So...
Yes. No, I was actually just thinking because... So, by the way that... Oh, yeah, she's not actually even charmed anymore. So, okay, so it'll just be a regular.
No, I said she gets a 1.
Oh, you give her a 1.
She said it, yes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, she gets a 1.
I get really close to the microphone. I want her to die.
Alright, so she'll take full damage. And the bugbear will not... Oh, also take full damage.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Describe this scene as both of them are killed.
Okay. So, pretty much Kenway kind of like walks back a little bit, and you kind of like see just the eyes just begin to flare up as he raises up the shield. Kind of like almost looks like he's about to throw something, because the eyes of the shield light up on fire. As he just kind of like brings up in front of him, both of them look like this similar, like grimacing look, and as he kind of like raises up his like other hand and slams the shield, and he just yells, "Fire in the hole!"
How'd the horses do?
Both of the horses are instantly killed by this fireball. And Lady Satia Thione Hune, who is like rolling around, like clutching her hip and crying out in pain already, as she begins to try to stand up from the ground, she's just enveloped by flames and immediately just turns black and falls to the ground, a charred corpse, as does this bugbear.
I'm just gonna march right into here. And the final thing I will... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said, does her death do anything to the shield guy?
You don't see anything happen at the moment.
Okie dokie.
And I will just use another bonus action to manifest Echo to give one more cold man right there to give the golem a punching target.
Okay.
That is it.
Alright. Let me see. Yeah, seeing how Fiona Hune has gone down. Oh, this shield guardian's still here. Okay, no, he will. This winged guy is going to he's going to shoot some of these fire blasts at someone, and it will be. It'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll be Ethel.
So silvery barbs.
Okay. So
Yep, reroll.
Still hits.
Have I already used? Oh wait, never mind. That wouldn't help me. I take it back.
Okay. So
who do you give the advantage? Anna?
Oh,
or who do you give the advantage on the roll? I should say. Sorry.
Sorry, 1 second. I will give it to Mahkah.
Okay, and 14 fire damage on Ethel. And he'll follow up with a second fire blast. But this one misses.
Wow, it's rare to miss on Ethel.
Okay, Luna.
Up action on this one over here. And out.
Okay. Help action. That guy is dead. Okay. So, yeah, seeing this, you kind of see this woman here with the bow. She looks a little bit shaken by the death of Satir. And she appears to hesitate for a moment, but she kind of sees Cadrus still fighting, and so she notches another arrow to her longbow, and she's going to fire at Alina again. Alina will have a little bit of cover, so that would miss anyway, and she'll follow up with the second one. That one hits. For just 4 piercing. Marcus Snake.
Okay, Mahkah will like to restore form back into Mahkah. And he'll like to cast Frostbite. Oh, actually... I just had an idea. I would like to cast Thorn Whip on the flying tiefling.
Nice.
To pull him straight down to the ground.
Sweet. And you have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Awesome.
Hooray!
So how far does it pull him?
It pulls you 10 feet closer.
Okay. So do you want to pull him just directly down or towards you? Or you can do both if you pull him at an angle.
Yeah, do that.
So you want him like kind of here and like 20 feet up, maybe?
We want him within range, so like at least... Oh, actually, no, pull him straight down to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I was just thinking, because it's like the same measurement either way, I guess... it always confuses me, the angles in this situation. But yeah, okay. So you pull him 20 feet down, and go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh shit, that was normal. I wasn't crit.
We can just...
Do it again?
You can just double
Attack.
the 10. Fuck it.
Okay.
What is it? 2? Yeah, that's pretty good. So, alright. He's looking pretty damaged, pretty bloodied, but not yet dead.
And then turn.
Okay, Jean Lamont.
Okay. He is in my sights. And I'm gonna whip out my crossbow and I'm gonna attack him. Do I get... No, I don't get any advantage. Okay. Ooh. Do I get... Okay. So normal.
That's a hit.
Okay, and I would like to use one of my +1 crossbow bolts.
Oh. Actually, so this charm that he's under... If any of Kensei's companions do anything harmful to Cadris, then the charm creature regards... Oh wait, what does it say? Oh. Yes, okay, so that ends the charm. Okay, sorry, continue. Okay, 7 piercing. Be the crossbow +1, is it?
Yes, crossbow +1.
Nice. Okay, so that'll take the full damage.
Okay. And then... run behind rock.
Alright.
+2 +1. That's funny how that worked out.
Okay, the shield guardian kind of, it's already damaged and its master dies and it kind of, it's like shuddering and kind of shaking. It looks like it doesn't know what to do. But it continues to fight. You don't have a good explanation for this, but it is going to still target the cold man. But rest assured that I do have an explanation for this. So it looks like it'll take out the cold man again.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even have to roll, it's just one hit, so...
Cool. But then I'm going to say that because it is kind of like losing its shit, it's like damaged and it's confused, that it is going to run through the fire in this direction. And...
I love that for him.
It'll get here.
Alright, pulling up the thing again. Wildfire, boop, boop, boop. And we will
boop.
do the damage again.
Okay, 10 fire damage. Alright. Some of its like the wooden parts of its limbs are on fire at this point as it's like running through this wall. And it looks like it's nearly been defeated, and Ray is like, yeah, and like rides over here, and she's going to swing at it with a long sword from this horse, and hits. And she just like smashes it on like one of these legs that's already like charred and burned, and she like manages to like hack through the leg. And it just causes this thing to like topple over, like just comes crashing down on the ground. And it's kind of still sort of functioning, but it's not able to do anything. It's just like running around in a circle, basically, like just kind of digging up the earth around it. And it has been defeated. And yeah, Ethel.
Yeah.
Hooray! I'm going to do a 3rd level Mind Spike on Mr. Charmed Man, or no longer Charmed Man.
Okay.
I think that's a divination spell, so if I cast it at 3rd level, I can get a 2nd level spell slot back, right? That's a new thing at 6th level, I think, so I'm double checking.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Is it Divination Savant? No.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I think so.
That's just when you learn spells.
No, it's Expert Divination. Yeah.
When you cast
Yeah,
Divination spells 2nd level or higher using a spell slot, you gain 1 expended spell slot.
Yeah, and it must be a lower level, so it's okay that I'm getting a 2nd one back. Okay. I just had to double check, because that feels like cheating, to just be like, give me my spell slot back.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway.
Alright.
He has to do a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. And what is this? Mind Spike. Okay.
But he takes damage
passes.
regardless, so. He takes half of that.
Okay, and it's psychic damage. I don't think he has anything in particular. So half of that damage. Okay, how does he die? How do you kill him?
Hooray! Horribly, his brain explodes. he thought too hard and his brain literally exploded.
He literally thought of the charm versus charm encounter, just like,
he thought of the charm.
Well, that all that happened.
So his head explodes and his torso with wings like plummets towards the ground, although the wings kind of cause him to sort of spiral as he falls, like and it just sort of like lands on his back, headless. Anything else?
10, 15, 20. So I want to move over. Is his weird, creepy spear still here? I want his creepy spear.
Yeah, it's actually a sword. I described it as a spear
sword.
before.
And then
It'll take... Oh, yeah, so you're just picking up the sword?
yeah.
Okay, as you pick up this sword, it disintegrates in your hand. Not unlike a Mordor blade from the Lord of the Rings. And you find yourself just holding this sort of partial hilt as these ashes of blades just, crumble onto the ground and are blown away by the wind.
How's Lenari looking?
No change.
Alright, well, I guess that's it for me.
Okay, Alina. At this point, this remaining archer here turns around and begins to run in the other direction. Does anyone want to do anything?
I'm chasing him.
Okay, her.
Or it. Can I stand here?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, good. I'm going to snap them. Booming blade.
And you have advantage.
That
Oh,
hits.
yeah.
You can.
Crit fishing.
Yep. Nope.
Nope, it's fine. Still good. Because I had advantage, is that sneak?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Just double checking that I can still play the game.
Okay, so the
But don't forget
snake.
your normal damage. You can play.
Oh yeah.
D8. Okay. 6 more damage. Alright, anything else?
I'm just gonna say you're not going anywhere.
Okay, Kensei.
I think that's 30 feet. Action. Dash. Wait. Did I move more than I should have? Hold on. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
That's alright. So you're coming from there, so 5, 10...
Oh yeah, so I should have been here, and then I dashed.
So 20 to there. Oh no, sorry, yeah, sorry.
Was
you
it
were
20?
standing there.
Oh fuck.
It's like it's still remembering you as having come... Wait, hold on a second. I think if I go back like that... Oh no, it doesn't reset it. Damn.
So we go. Fuck it.
Just estimate.
Yeah, well, let's say like right there. And how far away is that from? Nope, too far. We'll just use bonus action manifest echo again.
Okay.
But well, I won't worry about it. We'll see what happens if this guy makes it around to next turn. Y'all just go like, who's the fuck anyway? Just looking at the spiraling demon thing.
Lynn.
Hub action.
Yep, chase her, scratching at the back of her head.
Yeah. I'm moving Alina and the bird.
Okay, she doesn't attack you. Instead, she continues to run. And so give me the booming blade damage.
An off attack.
Damage.
And an op attack.
Ooh. With advantage?
So the booming blade will be 2d8, I think.
Oh.
I think so. Yeah, if you hit the versatile button.
Oh, well, I'll just... Yeah. Okay.
Sweet, 5 damage.
And then, do I just roll? No, I don't think I've ever done an op attack.
Just a normal attack at advantage. Because of the
Okay.
help action. You're just using your reaction to do a regular melee attack.
What's funny though, because you had the advantage from the help earlier, you get a sneak attack again.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Dagger through the bum. Dagger through the bum.
A horrible chant.
Okay.
We're bad people.
How do you kill this archer as she runs away?
I'm tempted to dagger through the bomb just because.
The crowd goes wild!
Woo! So it happens.
Alright. Dagger through the bomb. There's no better way to go.
We're bad people.
And twist.
In and twist. Okay. So, we're out of combat. And at this moment, Lunari lies on the ground in a pool of her own blood, a gaping wound in her stomach, blackened with dark energy from the creature's blade. There are tears in her eyes as she calls out to you, Alina. And it's quite a strange sight because it's the full moon, obviously, so when you go over to her, it feels almost as if you're going over to see yourself dying on the ground. And in turn, she looks up at you to see herself peering down at her. And she says, Alina, I should have never left you and our father. I thought I could find myself down there in the dark, but the real me was always here with you. I know our father still lives, Alina. I can feel it. Please don't forsake him like I did. Family, it's all we have in this world. You must save him for me. For both of us. Please, promise me you'll save him.
You're gonna make me cry in like real life, just so you know. I'm going to fall onto my knees and cry and be like, no, you can't leave. You can't leave me. You're my other half. And you're a part of me. And I have my necklace of the veil necklace of the like Andrewy. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna do it. It's said to hold magical powers from the lake close to our house. And I'm going to try pouring it into her mouth. Because that's where we grew up and that's where we spent our life with my father before she left and was tortured by our mother. And I'm going to hold her.
So, as she drinks this potion, you can see the full moon actually is still in the sky above, even though it's early morning. And both of you glimpse the moon reflecting from the vial as you pour the liquid into her mouth. And as you pour this liquid into her mouth, she takes a deep breath, and you feel for a moment that she can breathe unhindered. And she smiles at you as you draw back and closes her eyes briefly as she feels this potion course through her body. And she opens her eyes again and says, I would never leave you. And as her final breath leaves her body, something very strange happens. You're looking down at her, Alina, as if looking down at yourself. And she's looking up at you as if looking up at herself. And to your surprise, as this potion courses through her body, you suddenly find that you're able to see through her eyes, so that you're simultaneously looking down at her, who looks like you, and looking up at yourself, who looks like her. And in the split second during which this takes place, you also become aware that she can see through your eyes, so that she's looking down at herself, who looks like you, and also at you, who looks like herself. And you, too, can feel the potion of the waters of Lake Eredrui passing through you. And an incredible feedback loop is triggered. You don't know if it's because of the potion or because of the moon, but some kind of energy builds up and leads to a climax of unimaginable power and brilliance, embodied in an eternity of intense and endless reflections. It feels so strong, it's as if the rays of the full moon itself are being bounced between two mirrors and magnified an infinite number of times. Soon, all you can see is pure white, lost in forever. But you're not alone, because you're fully aware that Lanari is experiencing exactly the same thing from the exact same perspective. Since the time you were born, you and your twin have shared more than just a sisterly bond. A powerful link always connected you, and now you feel the two halves of this dyad coming together. On this day, the day of the month on which your relationship has always been at its most intimate, you realize beyond doubt that rather than being lost or passing away into whatever unknown domain it is that drow go to when they die, Lanari's soul and yours are combined instead, and will surely transcend and ultimately go to Arvandor together. You're flooded with flashes of all of Lanari's memories, everything from playing together as children to returning to you from the Underdark. And as the experience fades, you're left with this pure sense of peace. You know beyond a doubt that in fact your sister has not truly died, but now lives within you. Two halves of one spirit, whole again. And so I'm just going to add a little feature to your inventory. You should be able to see it in there now. And you can roleplay this feature into your story however you'd like going forward.
I literally am crying in real life.
Yeah, this is very touching.
Such a sap. Okay. I'm not going to say anything other than just kind of rest my forehead against her forehead. Jeez Louise! And I'm just going to sit for a moment in trance, enjoying the memories that I now share with her.
Somebody else needs to talk because I'm gonna cry.
I apologize, it was a little bit too intense of an idea.
Good tears, good tears. It's just, I'm just a big baby in real life.
Mark is definitely on my knee as well, just with a hand on Alina's shoulder.
I will reach and take his hand and hold it in mine.
You see, like, Kenway staring off away from everyone. You just kind of hear him, like, in a sniffle, kind of like, oh, I'm gonna die young.
But yeah, I won't reveal the details of the feature. I'll let you do that however you choose, or you can just tell everyone, doesn't matter, up to you.
I still need to read it fully. I can't see.
Maybe I'll send you the text via Discord if you like.
I got it. Yeah, I see it. I like, my eyes are watering.
I'm sorry.
It was good. It was too good.
I was like, this is a pretty emotional thing to do, but I was like, I feel like it's I don't know. I liked the idea, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's a good place to call it.
Jeez.
And yeah,
I don't.
I'll post that. I'll send.
Oh,
I'll send that text to you as well, Alina, if you want to have a look at it. And yeah, thanks for playing, everyone.
I was just gonna say, like, before we disperse, I know this was a very emotional scene, and I don't want to ruin that by this question, but did any one of the people that remained that did disintegrate have anything of interest on them?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I definitely want to loot that old woman's body. I was like, I'm gonna wait on this one, but I definitely want to loot.
Yeah, we were waiting patiently. We didn't want to go like,
Waiting
oh, that's so
patiently to go
Yeah.
loot a body.
My
Yeah,
sister's
sorry.
dying, and then Kensei, and then
Ethel doesn't have emotions. Ethel tried to save her, but she doesn't have emotions. All she wants is that old lady's things.
it's a good thing he said I was at peace. Otherwise, I'd be going on a hot rampage, just stabbing people.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to take agency away from you if you feel like you're on a hot rampage.
No, it was good. It was really good, and pretty much, like, I could not have wrapped that up or came up with a conclusion to how she regained her soul. So, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I had to use this this dark iron blade to prevent anyone from healing her.
I was like, I read it and I was like, oh no.
The higher level you get, the harder it is to actually kill anyone. Permanently, anyway. Okay, you find amongst these the corpses the Shield Guardian's amulet, which is just this, like, basically just a stone with arcane carvings on it. You find this on Lady Satir's body, and you also find on her 15 gold pieces and 32 silver pieces. And among the others, you find an additional 67 silver pieces and 41 copper pieces.
Can you repeat those numbers?
Okay, that is in total. Wait a minute. So, 1 silver pieces, 67 silver pieces.
Guys, being a wizard is expensive. I gotta keep track of all our money.